stands out as you've studied UC San Diego?
They're a great team. They play hard. They have one of the best defense in the country. They force so many turnovers. They won 30 games. Only few teams can put it in their resume, and it shows that they get used to it winning, and that's hard to do.
How do they make up for their lack of size? Obviously, a lot has been talked about you and Danny having a size advantage over them, but from a rebounding standpoint, a turnover standpoint, a defensive standpoint, how do you see them make up for some of those lack of height?
They're quick, they're aggressive, and they're very well organized, and that's what you need from any kind of basketball team.
Lastly, this is your final go-around. You played more than 150 college basketball games. The fact that your career will end in an NCAA tournament, how much does that mean to you?
That's all I want to play in the biggest games of the year, and we have a chance to play in this kind of tournament, and that's all I can dream about.
Great stuff, Vlad. Good luck. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
There's Vlad Golden. Much more to do on the pregame show as we count you down to the Wolverines and the Tritons of UC San Diego. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Get your roll on with Lucky Paradise at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Every Saturday in March from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., roll your way to paradise and win a share of over $45,000 cash and travel vouchers. Get ready to jumpstart your vacation. Join us every Saturday at 10 p.m. for the grand prize drawing. Plus, boost your chances every Monday with 10 times entries. Only at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Real fun, real friendly. Visit Saginaw-EaglesLanding.com for complete rules and details.
Michigan, UC San Diego.
Golden right wing. Sights up a three ball.
More from the NCAA tournament comes your way in 1 minute on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Wolverine basketball and great beers go together like an alley-oop and slam dunk. Founders Brewing Company is a proud sponsor of Michigan athletics and has been brewing up high-quality, highly rated beers like All Day IPA, Michigan Pilsner, and their new Mortal Bloom right here in Michigan for over 25 years. Whether you're cheering from your couch or at Chrysler Center, these beers are perfect to celebrate every Michigan win all season long. Learn more about Founders community involvement and where to find your go-to game day beer at foundersbrewing.com.
John Jansen here. We cover all things Michigan athletics on our podcast channel, MGO Blue Podcasts with John Jansen. In the Trenches, presented by Meyer, focuses on all things Michigan football, including exclusive interviews, game previews, and post-game episodes. Defend the Block highlights both men's and women's basketball programs, and Conquering Heroes keeps you in the loop on every team in Ann Arbor. Search MGO Blue Podcasts with John Jansen wherever you get your podcast. That's MGO Blue Podcasts with John Jansen.
Getting you set for Michigan and UC San Diego from the first round of the NCAA tournament in Denver. Rob Joyce in the network studios. Our first check of scores. Wolverines in the South region of the Big Dance. Top half of the bracket. Play today, bottom half tomorrow. Winner of our game will get Texas A&M after the Aggies down to Yale 80-71 behind a 25-point, 10-rebound double-double off the bench for Pharrell Payne. Run through the rest of the South region. What else is going on around the NCAA tournament when we return here on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield?
We asked our team, why did you choose to work for Michigan Medicine? Here are some of their answers.
Being able to interact with patients, offer them hope, and hopefully giving them care that they couldn't receive anywhere else is the biggest thing.
Because it's the best of the best. We have great benefits, we have great leadership.
I love what I do. This is a place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.
To our team, we say, thank you for choosing us. We shape the future of healthcare together at Michigan Medicine.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Progressive, insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water, see how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
It's that time of year again. My schedule is packed with bracket-busting, three-point shooting, non-stop basketball action. I don't want to miss a second of it. That's why I go for a 5-hour energy shot. They're perfect for my days packed with back-to-back games or when my favorite team's playing late. 5-hour energy keeps me going during the broadcast and the next morning when I need to get myself up and to work. Visit 5hourenergy.com for great deals and to stock up before tip-off.
Wolverines fans, it's time to join the University of Michigan Credit Union, the leaders and best in local banking. We are here to help you stay on top of your game with competitive loan rates and championship service to meet all your financial needs. Access your account with our conveniently located branches and ATMs, 24/7 online banking, and our mobile app. To learn more about our services or find a branch near you, visit umcu.org. UMCU is a proud partner of Michigan Athletics. The University of Michigan Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA. We're getting you set for Michigan and UC San Diego. We know the winner of our game will get Texas A&M on Saturday. The top half of the South region was earlier this afternoon in Lexington. It began with Creighton using a lights-out first-half shooting performance to dispatch of Louisville 89-75. Blue Jays made 9 first-half threes to win it. And Creighton will get the top seed in this event on Saturday. Auburn in the round of 32. Tigers got a scare from Alabama State in the first half. Ultimately use a late first-half run and win with relative ease 83-63 to advance. Bottom half of the South region all plays tomorrow. In that one, Ole Miss, North Carolina, Iowa State, Lipscomb, Marquette, New Mexico, and Michigan State will play late tomorrow night in Cleveland against Bryant. Right now, the 6-11 matchup going on in the West region coming down to the wire. Drake leads Missouri 57-51, under 3 minutes to go. Bulldogs have led most of that game. Well, in the Midwest region, UCLA leads Utah State in the 7-10 game, 25-23, just under 5.5 to go in the first half. They will run through the rest of the day during halftime. Now let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield. 10:09 Eastern, 8:09 local time in Denver tip-off for Michigan and UC San Diego. We'll get Dusty May's pregame thoughts next. Note for affiliates, we are going to pregame break number 4 next. We are going to get in one fewer break than a standard pregame show. Well, good news, we get an extra media timeout in the first half of the tournament, so we'll make up that break we're going to miss in pregame. So pregame net 4, we're rolling along here on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Champion Circle is the preeminent name, image, and likeness collective supporting University of Michigan student athletes. Help Champion Circle empower Wolverines student athletes through NIL by joining the Everybody In for Michigan campaign. Our goal is to reach over 100,000 Michigan fans to help ensure that Michigan remains at the forefront of college athletics. For more on the Everybody In for Michigan campaign, head to championscircleufm.com. Champion Circle, proud partner of University of Michigan Athletics.
The madness continues after this word from your local station.
Hand off Donaldson, jets his way with 3, straight on with 2, leans in, scoops. Oh! Yes, sir!
This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
After suffering an injury, you may face many hard questions. What will tomorrow bring? Which firm should I choose to represent me and my family? At Morgan & Morgan, we will hold your hand every step of the way. From our one-click sign-up, mobile apps, and 24/7 availability, we make it easy to get your case started right from the comfort of your couch. All firms are not the same. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. Now through March 31st, get 4.99 APR financing on a stylish new 25 Corolla. Or 5.99 on Corolla Hybrid. Excludes Corolla Cross and GR Corolla. Or lease a gas-powered 25 Corolla LE for $239 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details. Or go to Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
We're closing in on tip-off, so let's head into the Michigan locker room and hear from head coach Dusty May. With Coach May, here's Brian Bush.
Moments away from tip-off, Michigan and UC San Diego here in the round of 64. Great to visit with head coach Dusty May. Last week, this team kind of settled into an 8-man rotation. Seemed like the puzzle fit pretty well. How did you see that, in some absences with your team, make you guys Big Ten tournament champions?
Yeah, from the beginning, we knew how difficult it would be to settle into an 8-man rotation. That's the ideal number, potentially 9 at times with foul trouble, but 8-man rotation is the optimal number with the way we play. And we've struggled with that all year, not knowing our guys as well and not be able to make definitive decisions on this guy or that guy. And so the injuries and whatnot forced us into the 8-man rotation, and I thought our guys did a really nice job. We had guys playing in different spots, positions, so we've had to add a little bit on offense and defense the last week to counter us having discombobulated lineups and Will Cheddar having to know the 2 or the 3 spot in a blob or a slob or whatever the case. So, but it's been fun. These guys, they all they're eager to contribute with whatever they can to help the team win.
I know Sam and Justin again for this one. How's Roddy doing? How does that fit in?
Roddy looked good in practice yesterday. Fortunately, he looks like he's going to be full go, and I expect him to have a big game.
Vlad told us earlier in the pregame show, and this is his 7th NCAA tournament game, that even he admits it takes a little bit of time to make it feel normal in this setting. How do you take in the early moments of an NCAA tournament, and how do you make sure your guys are as prepared for the magnitude, but also trying to make sure they keep it as simple as it's just a basketball game?
Well, number one, just be where our feet are. We're playing basketball inside those lines, and that's always a challenge. Compartmentalize. When you're in the arena, you're in the arena. Obviously, everything that leads up into it with the preparation is a little bit different, but once you step inside those lines, our guys, hopefully their habits, instincts, and joy for the game take over.
You told us earlier in the week what was going to be a summer deep dive has turned into a March cram session with UC San Diego. As you've studied them the last few days, what has stood out?
What stood out from the very first 5 minutes of film that I watched, how aggressive they are attacking the basketball. Their anticipation, their hand quickness, and their physicality are all impressive. And their older players, I think Tate Jones's rugby background probably helps as well. And there's some built-in advantages, but they play very practical, intelligent basketball. It's always going to their best players in the right spots, and then they just pass it so well. They're a joy to watch.
They have the best margin of offensive turnover rate versus defensive turnover rate in the country. A big reason why is Hayden Gray. How is he able to come up with more than 3 steals a game, as you've seen on film?
Well, he's incredibly aggressive off the ball, and he just has a great knack for reading the tails of the game. If a guy's eyes go down or away from him, he immediately attacks from their blind spots, and he's good. And I think he has a lot of years, a lot of experience doing what he does, and the system fits his strengths. But as far as them managing the turnovers offensively, they have 4 skilled playmakers on the court at all times, and then they have a stretch 5 who spaces the floor and does that so the paint's not congested. So they have some things that are really challenging to cover, but we also have some things that are challenging to cover.
That's the NCAA tournament, Coach. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thanks, Brian.
There's Dusty May. Much more to do here as we get you ready for tip-off. Terry's keys to victory, the starting lineups, then the opening jump. The final game in Denver is next. Michigan, UC San Diego. This is Wolverines basketball from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp. Refreshing. And ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Your official home of the Maize and Blue, the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Risk management is not just what we do, it's our calling. We trace our roots to 1850 when Alan Pinkerton founded Pinkerton's National Detective Agency. During our rich history, we created a forerunner to the U.S. Secret Service, hired America's first woman detective, and remained the industry leader. Today, we infuse institutional knowledge and technology with integrity, vigilance, and excellence to deliver innovative solutions to clients around the globe. No matter when, no matter where, we are there for you. Because at Pinkerton, we never sleep.
Experiencing a Wolverines game is a lot like life. We honor traditions. We shed tears for a loss, but also for a win. And every time we step on the court, it's a chance for greatness. Farm Bureau Insurance sees the connection and is a proud supporter of University of Michigan athletics. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
back at Ball Arena in downtown Denver, readying for the 5-12 matchup in the South region. It's Michigan and UC San Diego. Terry Mills, Michigan back in the dance for the first time in 3 seasons. How do they make sure they get a full weekend, earn a date with Texas A&M on Saturday? What are your keys to victory?
Well, number one, they've got to defend the three-point line. 50% of UC San Diego shots come from behind the three-point line. Shoot it at a 37% clip. Michigan's going to have to close out and contest on all shooters, 10x communication, and one thing you can't do is fall asleep on the weak side. You're going to have down screens, flare screens, and Michigan's got to be aware of that. Don't fall asleep off ball. Number 2 is dominating the paint, whether it's dribble drive and finishing at the basket, finish through contact. Michigan will have a size advantage here in this game. They can take advantage by hitting that glass and offset some of those turnovers. And last but not least, value the basketball. This team averages 10 steals a ball game, 16 turnovers a ball game. 20 of those points they get off the turnover. So Michigan's going to have to be aware of that and try to overcome that. And how you do that is get yourself in position, rebound that basketball, and make sure you have more shots at the end of the game than you see San Diego.
The Tritons turn over opponents 23% of the time. They give it up 13% of the time. That 10% difference, best nationally. Time now for the starting lineups. First, for the 12th-seeded Tritons of UC San Diego, regular season and tournament champions of the Big West Conference. They are 30-4 and have a nation-leading 15-game winning streak. Their point guard is the nation's leader in those steals, more than 3 a game for Hayden Gray. Joined in the backcourt by Chris Howell. He is second to Gray in the Big West in steals. And Tyler McGuy, a first-teamer in that league, he averages better than 16 a game. The front court features the Tritons' best player, Aniwania Tate Jones. He's a rugby player, turned 2,180-point scorer, and this is his 5th collegiate season. And he's joined by the 5-man, just 6'8", Norden Kapich, a transfer from Lynn University. That's in Boca Raton, Florida, just 10 minutes from FAU's campus, where, of course, so many a part of the Michigan program came from. Head coach is Eric Olin in his 12th season as the Tritons' boss. 9 years before, he was an assistant. Associate head coach Clint Allard, assistants Tom Tankowitz, Sam Stapleton, Mikey Howell, and Stephen Aldridge. For the 5th-seeded Michigan Wolverines, 25-9 for the overall mark. Of course, Big Ten tournament champions from last week. Trey Donaldson runs point for the Wolverines, 12 points a game and better than 7 assists a game last weekend in Indianapolis. Joined in the backcourt by Damari Burnett, starting his 67th game and as many tries in the maize and blue. And Reuben Jones making his tournament debut. He was with North Texas in 2021 as a freshman, but was injured, did not play in either of their 2 games, including a win over Purdue. Area 51 anchors the Michigan front court. 7-footer Danny Wolf, Big Ten's top rebounder and double-double man. He plays the 4. Of course, Wolf helped Yale knock off Auburn as a 13 seed last year in the NCAA tournament. And 7'1" Vlad Golden readies for his 7th NCAA tournament game he will play in. The Michigan center won the Big Ten tournament's Most Outstanding Player Award, averaging 17 points and almost 8 rebounds a game against Purdue, Maryland, and Wisconsin. Wolverines head coach is Dusty May, 151-78 in his 7 seasons as a head coach. He is 4-2 in the NCAA tournament, 3rd straight appearance. All 4 of those wins coming in FAU's magical run to the Final Four 2 seasons ago. He's assisted by Mike Boynton Jr., who has the scout for this one, along with Akeem Miskadeen, Justin Joyner, Drew Williamson, and Kyle Church. Our officials here in the final game of 4 in Denver on this Thursday night: Lee Cassell, Vern Harris, and Justin Porterfield. With the national champion Terry Mills, our engineer Tony Butler, and our host Rob Joyce, I'm Brian Bush. Terry, what goes through the mind of a player in this moment as they're readying for an NCAA tournament game?
You're just really thinking about it takes 6 games to be a national champ. And right now you're talking about another season. We've had the regular season, you had your conference season, and now this is the big one. This is what you search out for, is winning a national championship.
Michigan in the home white jerseys. UC San Diego counters in the road blues. A handshake between the 2 men who will jump it up. Vlad Golden for Michigan and Norden Kapich for UC San Diego. Winner moves on to face Texas A&M. Ball flipped up into the air, and Vlad Golden taps it back to Trey Donaldson. And we'll see how that height advantage helps Michigan throughout the ballgame. It does on the opening jump. Right wing Golden face guarded into a double team. Almost wrestled away by Howell. Pitches it out. Donaldson left point. Shimmies to the left. Angles to the right. Whip it left wing. Jones shot fake. He'll jump pass a one-hopper. Right point. Donaldson tries a three ball. Off to the right, but a one-hop rebound left corner. Burnett, Michigan a second chance. Left of the lane. Wolf back over Burnett left wing. Feeds Wolf, 15 on the timer, jab step, hoists a three. Bullseye. Great start for Michigan. They're up 3-0.
Yeah, you can just see that UC San Diego is trying to jump the game up where they're trying to just blitz the ball handler. So good to see Michigan being aware of that right off the top.
Wolf 34% from three on the year. Tate Jones driving right baseline, leans into Golden, and he walks with it, trying to bump into Golden underneath the cup. Turnover one for UC San Diego. Terry talked about the turnover advantage for UC San Diego. They've only been out-turnovered twice all year. Their last game was one of those two against UC Irvine.
Yeah, keep an eye on them. They'll start running off of one of the players trying to blitz right off the top.
A little bit more than a minute in, 3-0 Wolverines. The lead in the basketball. High on the right, it's Burnett with kind of light blue sneakers with his white jersey kit. Spins a pass, right pocket Wolf in front of the UC San Diego bench. Spins on Howell, who tugs him. If it were a transition opportunity, that could have been a breakaway foul. Howell needed to just slow down the topsy-turvy Danny Wolf. It's the first foul ball game on Howell.
Yeah, it's all going to be about all the recognition of Michigan recognizing that defense, because that time they went to a man-to-man, then switched over to his own defense. So a lot of gimmick defenses here.
Wolf inbounds Golden back to Wolf, right wing. Michigan up 3-0 early. Left side, Donaldson fakes a pass left, zips one inside. Toward Golden, intercepted Howell. Right to left come the Tritons. Feed to Tate Jones, and Reuben Jones pokes it out of bounds. It stays with the Tritons, 26 on the timer, 18:36 on the big clock, 3-0 U of M.
Yeah, good to see Michigan is locked in defensively, not allowing what you do on offense to be connected on whether or not you're going to play defense or not.
Howell with the steal there is 74th of the season. Inbound Kapich, drives right elbow, loses the handle, poked away by Golden, intercepted by Jones, tip pass, somehow saved by Wolf, feed right corner, no, he faked it, jump ball as Wolf goes into the paint. And the possession arrow gives it back to UC San Diego. Boy, Wolf had Damari Burnett wide open on the right corner. Instead, Michigan loses the possession.
Yeah, I think Danny was probably trying to do a little something special with the basketball during that time. So
Michigan 3, UC San Diego nothing. 100 seconds into this NCAA tournament matchup. Winner duels Texas A&M on Saturday. Bad pass into the left block. Tate Jones looking for it. It went through his hands on a fastball from Howell, and UC San Diego coughs it up for the third time to Michigan's 2.
Yeah, you can call it nervous energy, or you could call it good defense by the Wolverines.
Probably both, right?
Yes.
Left side, Burnett, catch and shoot three ball. It rattles around, plate goes down. Oh, gotta feel good for Damari, who went through so much last year. 6-0 Wolverines early. Other side, UC San Diego left wing a three ball, bricks onto there by Kapich, and the one-hop rebound in front of us, secured by 7'1" Vlad Golden. Michigan right to left, up early, 6-zip. Right wing Jones, over to Golden at the point, goes in strong, Euros, he scoops it up, no. Offensive rebound, Wolf, flings it, no, left block, and the rebound to UC San Diego.
Well, I tell you what, Michigan is doing a job on that offensive glass.
Tate Jones leans into Burnett and gets fouled. It was a bucket made from Tate Jones, but the foul's called on the floor, according to Lee Cassell. First foul for Michigan belongs to Burnett. Triton's the inbound baseline, right? Michigan 6 and UC San Diego nothing.
I think a little nervous energy for the big fellas inside. I think you got an opportunity to grab that, gather yourself, and power it back up. Michigan's just trying to do it all in one.
In between the rings, Tate Jones, this team's best player. Over to Kapich, straight on three ball, off to the left, and the rebound, Donaldson for the Wolverines. Right to left marches Michigan. Donaldson splits two all the way to the cup, lays it up and in. Reminiscent of that Saturday stroll against Maryland and Indy. It's 8-0 Wolverines, and UC San Diego needs to talk about it. Eric Olin calls time. How about the start from the Maize and Blue?
Yeah, well, that's the way you come out. You come out and you hit them in the mouth, and you see how they respond. And I love what Trey is doing, pushing the basketball when the opportunity is presenting itself, and Michigan is playing that stifling defense.
Michigan 8, UC San Diego nothing. We'll pause with them. This is pregame break 1 for our affiliates. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Gambling can be fun.
Here we go.
Kind of like skydiving. The thrill, the excitement. But be careful, or gambling will start to feel like skydiving without a parachute. For tips that will help keep you out of harm's way, go to don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
ID 141868.
Ann Arbor has a goal to reach 100% renewable energy by 2030, and DTE is committed to helping the city get there. Between DTE's wind and solar projects and local participation in My Green Power, we're already 30% of the way there. Join thousands of your neighbors who are using My Green Power to reduce their carbon footprint and support Michigan-made renewable energy. Learn more at migreenpower.com. Together, we can power a sustainable future.
This broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship is authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. 8-0 Michigan. And Terry, you noticed that the altitude already has an impact on this ball game here in Denver.
Yeah, and it usually impacts the big fellas. And I seen Danny Wolf kind of like he needed a little extra breath. But tell you what, once you get past that first burn, then I think you're okay.
A little bit of press from Michigan. Powell into the forecourt for the Tritons. Both teams with the starting five still out there. Left side K-pitch. Shot fake, no one dekes on it for Michigan. To Magai on the right wing. Guarded closely by Donaldson. Slips it right side Gray. His first relevant offensive touch. Right corner. It's over to Magai. Hoist a three over Wolf. Well short. One hop rebound to Danny after good defense. Michigan's ball up 8.
I'll tell you what, Michigan is locked in on that three-point line. Not giving up many attempts. I mean, that's only UC San Diego's.
Right corner. Burnett tries a three. It's well short. Rebound down to UC San Diego on K-pitch.
Yeah, third attempt for the ball game.
Gray, left to right. In between the circles, K-pitch. High to the left, Magai. Through a meaty screen, pitch it back. K-pitch tries another triple. In and out. One hop rebound secured by Magai. Jumping pass toward the original shooter, K-pitch, and Wolf snags it away. His 25th steal of the year. Right corner, Burnett. Slips one in, Golden catches, lays it up and in over a couple of shorter UC San Diego defenders. 10-zip Michigan, and we're 4 minutes deep in this NCAA tournament opener.
I'll tell you what, Michigan is taking off right where they left off at in Indianapolis.
Center circle, Tate Jones. Pitch it back, K-pitch over to the left wing, Gray. Has Golden on a switch. Vacates in between the circles to Magai. Lobs it Gray, right point with 7 on the timer. Face guarded by Golden, shoots over him. A contested 3, high off the heel. Howell soars for the board, lot of contact, no whistle. Reset 20, over to Gray, skip it inside to K-pitch, rejected out of bounds. Touched by K-pitch last. Danny Wolf, the monster swat. And Michigan goes into the under 16 media timeout, dominating early up 10-0.
Yeah, I tell you what, Michigan is locked in on defense, and I tell you what, Coach Danny, Dusty May met him at half court, met him out on the court, just how much he appreciates those guys giving the effort that they're giving right now.
Tritons 0 of 6 from the floor, and they've turned it over 4 times. Michigan in command early, 10-0, 15:33 left first half on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping? To your Tuesday night bowling league?
Woo! That's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
G32.
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm gonna move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo. The most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
Wolverines, Tritons.
Mason sizes up a 25-footer hoist and hits it again.
This is the NCAA tournament on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Can't draw up this start any better for the Maize and Blue, leading the Tritons of UC San Diego 10-0, 15:33 to play. Here in this first half, the Tritons entered with the nation's longest winning streak at 15. 13 of those wins by double digits. They're used to dominating. And here, Danny Wolf, how about this stat line, Terry? 3 points, 2 boards, 1 block, 1 steal in 4 minutes.
Well, Danny Wolf is doing Danny Wolf things. I mean, that's what he does, is stat sheet stuffer, if you will. So hopefully Danny can keep that up. Maybe playing in NBA-type arenas kind of excites him because I do believe that would be one of his next stops.
Wolverines turn to Will Cheddar and Roddy Gale Jr. off the bench. Glad Golden and Amari Burnett take a breather. Knee with Tate Jones along with Norden Kapich are out. First stints for Justin Rochelin and Maximo Milovic. Left side, Donaldson with it. Crosses over on Howell. Jumping past left corner. Cheddar tries a three. In and out. Klink goes off. Rebound down to UC San Diego. And it's Rochelin with a board. Burnett's fell down on that pinball. Cheddar to no avail. Right side, Gray. High to the left, Howell. Flip it left corner, Rochelin. Guarded closely by Cheddar on a crouch. Center circle, Gray. High to the left wing. The guy takes it into the paint, leans in over Donaldson, swirls it home, and for 5 minutes, 5 seconds in, UC San Diego has its first bucket, 10-2 Michigan. Donaldson over to Jones. Wide open left pocket rebuttal. Three is short. One hop rebound reeled in fingertips left hand by Howell. Near sideline, Howell darts his way left to right. Underhands it in. Rochelin went for the jam. Missed it off the front iron. Stumbles down 5-on-4 for Michigan. Donaldson leave it right side over to Cheddar. Flip it eye high Wolf. Backs down against Howell. Michigan's lead is 8. 5.5 minutes in. Spins along the baseline into a double team in some trouble. And he passes it out of bounds looking for Cheddar. And the Wolverines turn it over for the third time.
Yeah, the Wolverines have to recognize that it seems like they're doubling on the dribble on post players. Got to flash the open areas, and the middle was wide open that time.
10-2 Michigan, 14-19 on a rolling first half clock. Howell right pocket in front of us to Magai. Has it at the double S in madness on that center circle emblem. To Gray, wheels left to the elbow. Flip it right side, Howell, face guarded by Wolf. Shot clock down to 10. Howell fakes left, drives right into a double team. Had it poked off of him, out of bounds. Howell kicked it out of bounds toward the Michigan cheerleaders. And Danny Wolf continues to excel on both ends. It's back to Michigan. 5th Tritons turnover.
Yeah, and what a job Coach Dusty May's staff is doing, getting these guys ample rest, getting them in and out, keeping them fresh.
LJ Kaysen chimes in for the first time, the 8th of Michigan's 8-man rotation. He spells Trey Donaldson. Danny Wolf's first breather as Vlad Golden returns in the center position for Michigan. Kaysen around a modest screen from Golden. Over left side, Jones tries a three off the heel. Rebound, sword for offensively by Cheddar, then he got bumped. Foul on Justin Rochelin, the Big West's best 6th player on the year. He picks up his first. It's the Tritons' second. Milovic, Howell, and Magai all leave. We see Aiden Burke on the floor for the first time. The return of their best player in Iwaniwa, Tate Jones. And also...
Yeah, I love the looks that Reuben Jones is getting on the offensive end. And I tell you what, he can't pass those shots up. He's got to be ready to take them.
Capich back in as well for UC San Diego. High to the right, Golden on a tough catch from Burnett to Kaysen. Gray in his face. Works his way to the point. Now Golden right side. Timer at 9. Flips it into a cutting. Burnett loses the handle and he walks with it after regathering possession. So turnovers aplenty. Wolverines 4, Tritons with 5.
Yeah, and I tell you what, to relieve that pressure, if they're running, trying to take you out of your comfort zone, you've got to use those backdoor cuts.
Left side, Tate Jones backs down. Gale attempts to spin left baseline into the paint, leans in, a little elbow, floats it up and scores it. 4 straight from the Tritons, 10-4 Michigan, 13:08 left first half. Kaysen at the center line for the white-clad Wolverines. 5th seed here in the South region. Winner gets Texas A&M on Saturday. High block right, Golden into a double team and a reach-in foul on Justin Rochelin. It'll be his second, team's third.
Yeah, and how about the fact that Vlad used that inside pivot? That gave him sight to be able to see where that double team was coming from. And tell you what, it's going to come from that bottom side, and that's the way most teams have been doubling him.
Inbound right side, Gale tries a 3. Book it! His third of 2025, 13-4 Michigan.
Yeah, and Dusty gives an emphatic clap saying, that's what I'm talking about.
Gray jumping past right side, Capich spinning on Kaysen and a reach-in foul called on LJ. Capich a little discombobulated on that drive to the bucket, but LJ saddled with his first foul on the Wolverines' second. When you're out of town and want to keep up with live college sports, be sure to download the free Varsity Network app, available for both Apple and Android. Listen to college sports live with the Varsity Network app. Only digital way to get our broadcast throughout the NCAA tournament. Inbound Capich, handoff Gray. Wheels his way left of the lane, around the rainbow Capich. Feed the post Tate Jones, scoreless so far. Backs down Kaysen, low block right, spins, hangs, misses with a foul. And that's number 2 on Michigan's number 2, LJ Kaysen. Much to the chagrin of the head-shaking Dusty May, is Lee Cassell the one with the whistle. So Kaysen, who was instrumental to Michigan's win over Wisconsin to claim the Big Ten Tournament Championship, 8 points, 3 boards in 10 outstanding second half minutes, has 2 fouls in about 2 minutes tonight.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that particular call there had a lot to do with Tate Jones being the type of player he is, the leading scorer on his team. Kind of get a little royal treatment, if you will.
Kaysen leaves. Donaldson returns after Tate Jones misses the first. He shoots 76%, and he is the nation's leader in both free throw attempts, 222, and makes 293, and makes 222. Second one rattles out. 0 for 2 trip for Aniwa Tate Jones. Michigan the board. 13-4 Michigan. 12:21 left first half. Left wing, Cheddar, now to Donaldson. Flips one to Gale through his hands, intercepted. Rochelin playing with 2 fouls. Lumbers his way, gets away with an elbow, reverses, no, but a follow tap up and in by Capich. And then a steal by Gray, over to Rochelin. Strong lay-in over, Golden is good. Quick little 4-0 run there for the Tritons. 13-8 Michigan, 8 minutes deep first half.
Yeah, that's just Michigan being careless with the basketball. I mean, you know this team wants to press you, wants to get up on you. Michigan's got to do a better job of taking care of that basketball.
Right side, Burnett catch and shoot 3. Well short, 1-hop rebound, tipped around, saved by Cheddar, lays it up with the right hand on the left block. And the Wolverines jump back in front by 7, 15-8.
Yeah, right place, right time by Will Cheddar. Doing an excellent job at pounding that glass.
Tate Jones, push pass right side, and it finds its way to the first row of media seating just to our right. Deflected, intercepted. Deflected, not intercepted. It's out of bounds, and UC San Diego keeps it when we come back. 15-8 Michigan, 11:33 remaining first half on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
After suffering an injury, you may face many hard questions. What will tomorrow bring? Which firm should I choose to represent me and my family? At Morgan & Morgan, we will hold your hand every step of the way. From our one-click sign-up, mobile apps, and 24/7 availability, we make it easy to get your case started right from the comfort of your couch. All firms are not the same. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Over 110 million albums sold worldwide.
Def Leppard live Friday, July 18th at Soaring Eagle Casino with special guest Collective Soul. Tickets start at $38 and are on sale now at the box office or etix.com. Def Leppard rocks the Soaring Eagle Summer Outdoor Concert Series with Collective Soul Friday, July 18th. SoaringEagleCasino.com.
Go Blue, go long, go 5.5% ABV, go sparkling citrus and real liquor, go gluten-free and full flavor, go with the drink that's the fastest growing spirits brand in the world 2023 and is unlike anything you've had before. Go with the Finnish Long Drink, a drink that goes with cheering on the maize and blue unlike any other spirits brand out there. Long Drink, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. 5.5% alcohol by volume, gin with natural flavors. Copyright 2024, The Long Drink Company, Carmel, Indiana. Please enjoy responsibly.
You know what I love about spring? It's the season of change, and that means it's time for a closet refresh. Enter Kohl's. With the extra 15% off they have going on, I saved on the latest styles for my entire family, like a cute dress for myself, linen shorts for my husband, and spring jackets for my kids. Just add sunshine and we're set. All thanks to Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. 15% offer ends March 23rd. See store or kohls.com for details.
Wolverines have led the entire way in front of UC San Diego, 15-8, 11:33 remaining before intermission. Champion Circle is the preeminent name, image, and likeness collective supporting University of Michigan student-athletes. Michigan fans can bid on incredible all-access experiences through Champion Circle. Visit the experience page at championscircleufm.com to learn more. Champion Circle, proud partner of University of Michigan Athletics. Terry, 6 turnovers for Michigan. Any common threads with those?
No, it's just a simple fact. If you ask me, Michigan is just careless with the basketball, not catching it, not being aware that, hey, they want to pressure up on the basketball, and Michigan's got to do a better job at that. I talked about UC San Diego averages 20 points off of turnovers. 6 of their 8 points have came off of Michigan's turnovers.
And only Abilene Christian, a higher defensive turnover rate than UC San Diego. Aiden Burke lobs it into Chris Howell as the Tritons have the basketball. Over to Magai, shoots a right wing 3, up and short, one-hop rebound, makes its way out of bounds. And it's back to Michigan. The Tritons early 0 for 6 from downtown. They hoist a lot, about half of their field goal attempts are threes. That's 8th nationally. They hit 36.5% of them.
Yeah, well, Michigan is there to challenge those shots, so I don't know if they're getting warm-up jump shots or what, but Michigan's doing a good job at being there on the catch.
Wolf backs down against Magai. Flip it at the point, Gale, with Burnett, Cheddar, and Donaldson on the floor. To reach in foul comes on Norden Kapich for UC San Diego. His first, Triton's 4th, Michigan to inbounds. Up 15-8, 11:07 in this round of 64 matchup. Michigan's first NCAA tournament game since Villanova ousted them in the Sweet 16 1,092 days ago in San Antonio, where this year's Final Four is. Inbound left corner, Wolf throws it over Burnett, who drops it, and it's picked off Magai. Shoots a right point 3, somehow popped out of there, and the rebound pinballs to Danny Wolf, who's swarmed by a double team, but skips it off Gale. Right to left come the Wolverines. Left side, Burnett hoists a 3 ball. Yes, sir! Michigan's 4 of 9 from deep. Wolverines back up 10, 18-8.
Yeah, I tell you. Well, I don't know if they got to stick them in the locker room after at halftime, but Michigan needs to spray some on their hands because some of these passes are just going right through their hands.
As long as it doesn't impact the three-point shooting. Michigan 4 of 9 early. Tate Jones rumbles right block, goes up for a shot, blocked out of bounds, or nearly out of bounds, but saved. Wolf with the swat, deflects back. Here comes Danny all the way, lays it up with a finger roll, left-handed, right in front of the rim. A Wolf block into a Wolf lay-in. Michigan up 20-8, 10:15 left first half.
And I'll tell you what, you wouldn't expect a big guy and Danny Wolf's size to be able to avoid that contact like that, but it just shows how versatile that young man is.
Feed the post into Tate Jones, who has just 2 points today. Backing down Gale. Spins left baseline. Loses it, gets it back. Timer at 7. Bounce pass Howell, left elbow. Over to Tate Jones. Timer at 4. Leans in and he gets fouled with 2.5 seconds on the shot clock by Roddy Gale Jr. allegedly.
Yeah, that's a key word, allegedly, because that's a bailout if you ask me.
Tate Jones draws About 8 fouls per 40 minutes. And that one was important. Gale and Cheddar leave. Golden and Jones returns. So the starting 5 out there for Michigan. Up by a dozen just past the midway point of the first half. Capich, leave it Howell high on the left. Triton so far, 4 for 15 shooting. To Capich, left corner. Three ball from Magai, swirls out of there. Rebound Golden for Michigan. Near sideline, races Donaldson. Crosses over, feeds Burnett right side, and he stepped on the sideline. Turnover number 8 for Michigan. Boy, when the Wolverines get a shot up, they're doing great. They either make it or board it, but the turnovers are starting to really add up. 8 now at the 9:30 mark of the first half. Still, the Wolverines up by 12, 20-8.
Yeah, well, you got to look at it. A lot of those are self-inflicted. I mean, it's not anything that UC San Diego is doing. So Michigan cleaned that up. Where would they be?
Aiden Gray back into the ball game, replacing Aiden Burke. Tate Jones in between the circles for UC San Diego. Champions out of the Big West, 30-4. Gray races into the paint, kick left corner, 3-ball up and short by Magai. Rebound Michigan and Vlad Golden make it 0 of 9 from deep for the Tritons. Far sideline Wolf, Michigan up 20-8. 9:03 left first half. Wolf spins on Magai, takes it strong. High banker, way too strong. Rebound Howell. Outlets ahead, Tate Jones one-on-one against Reuben Jones. Somehow flips it up there and scores it after a bobble. 20-10 Michigan. Wolverines right to left. Near sideline Jones. Skip it left baseline. Wolf. One dribble, leans in, hooks it up. Yes! Count it! And a foul! It's the Danny Wolf show early on in Denver. 7 early for Danny, going to the line for a chance at a 3-point play, inflating the Michigan lead to 22-10.
Yeah, well, Danny's just not going to let him put a smaller defender on him. Glad to see that he's taking them down there in that block and starting to operate.
Foul on Capich, number 2 on him. Second Triton to get to 2, the other Justin Rochelin, who averages about 19 minutes a game. Capich exits, and Maximo Milovic, an Argentina native, returns. He's their backup big. Wolf's first free throw today, he's 62% on the year. Bends the knees, lets it fly, and rattles it out. Rebound UC San Diego. So both teams are combined 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Right side Magai, shut off on that right baseline by Donaldson. Works into a back down. He hooks it up there, missed it strong. Offensive rebound Milovic. Didn't know what to do for a moment. Vacates it on a skip, high to the right point Gray. Now shot fake Magai. Hand off Tate Jones. Looks in, recoils high on the right. Timer at 7. Tate Jones got away with a carry. Pauses left block. Feed over Gray. Off balance left wing 3 is a swish. Late in the shot clock, first triple in 10 tries for the Tritons, 22-13 Michigan.
Yeah, I tell you, Michigan has done an excellent job for the most part of taking away those 3-point shots.
Right corner Wolf, push past Jones, back to Wolf. Up fake right pocket, over to Jones. Skip it over to Donaldson. Left wing, he tries a 3 and swishes it down. Michigan's 5 of 10 from the long line, 25-13 Michigan. 7:47 left in a wire-to-wire first half so far for Michigan. Tate Jones around a screen, backs down against Jones, cut off right baseline, still working with left-handed dribble, picks up the bounce near the free throw line, flips Gray, right side Magai, guarded closely by Wolf, wheels to the free throw line, fades away over Wolf and got it to go. Tough shot for Magai, he's 2 of 8 shooting, 25-15 Michigan. Right side Kaysen for the Wolverines with the Wolverines up by 10. Left corner Jones. Left wing Donaldson. Heat check 3. Bricked it way too strong. Rebound Tate Jones for UC San Diego. Over to Gray. Jogging to the right point. Now Tate Jones. Crouch dribble. Flip Gray. Left alone. Hoist a 3. Well short. One hop rebound. It's knocked down by LJ Kaysen. Then he gets bumped as he was trying to tip it to himself near that center line. Foul comes on UC San Diego's backup big, Maximo Milovic. His first, already the 6th of the half for the Tritons. Time out of the floor, 25-15 Michigan, 6:57 remaining before intermission on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
At Greenleaf Trust, we're prepared to help you win. Our clients, having achieved financial success in their own endeavors, come to us not for what they already know, but rather to benefit from our considerable expertise. With a nearly 100% client retention rate and specialized wealth management disciplines, Greenleaf Trust's Michigan-rooted team helps clients play the long game from one generation to the next. A brighter future begins at greenleaftrust.com.
Brian and Terry are back in 1 minute. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for the players every game at Chrysler Center. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, the official hardwood floor care provider of the Michigan Wolverines.
Wolverines fans, it's time to join the University of Michigan Credit Union, the leaders and best in local banking. We are here to help you stay on top of your game with competitive loan rates and championship service to meet all your financial needs. Access your account with our conveniently located branches and ATMs, 24/7 online banking, and our mobile app. To learn more about our services or find a branch near you, visit umcu.org. UMCU is a proud partner of Michigan Athletics. The University of Michigan Credit Union is federally insured by NCAA.
Wolverines have led the entire way in front of UC San Diego 25-15 in this 5-12 matchup to conclude this 4-game Denver setting. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, Rob Joyce with you for comprehensive coverage of college basketball. Tune to SiriusXM Big Ten Radio Channel 372 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app. SiriusXM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along with the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/Big Ten Radio 2025. Terry, Michigan from three-point land has not had double-digit threes and has not shot better than 40% from downtown since January 27th against Penn State. But they're on pace right now, 5 of 11. That's 45%.
Yeah, well, we're way overdue, and they're good looks. And that's what Michigan has to do. They've got to be able to take those looks when they present themselves. And guess what? That's going to start freeing up. That's going to start freeing up some dribble drives to the basket, some drop-offs to Vlad Gold and Danny Wolf. So good to see that they're opening it up by being able to knock down those three-point shots.
UC San Diego here in the NCAA tournament for the first time in their first season of eligibility. They joined Division I in 2020, that 4-year mandated transition period. UC San Diego became the first school ever to have both their men's and women's team dance in their first tries. Their women's team lost in the first 4 to Southern last night. Off the inbound, intercepted by Howell, goes up strong, reverses and scores over Jones. Michigan's 9th turnover. It's 25-17. Wolverines lead down to 8.
Yeah, you got to have next play mentality, knowing that they're going to get up in the passing lanes. It's just kind of fake a pass to make a pass.
Kaysen head down, takes it right baseline, curled around for the right wing, into that right block, easy lay-in. LJ Kaysen's first bucket, Michigan back up 10.
I tell you what, he was able to get his shoulder square and get downhill. Told you that three-point shooting by Michigan is going to open that up.
8 Wolverines have played, now 7 have scored. The leader is Danny Wolf with 7. Gray, left elbow, backpedals left wing, shot fake Magai, leans in, floats over Jones, gets it to go. And UC San Diego starting to find some offensive success. 27-19, Michigan's lead down to 8. Almost 6 minutes to play first half.
Yeah, it's almost as if they're uncomfortable with taking those 2-point shots. Would rather take a 3.
Wolf spins around to Cheddarhead, leans in, finger roll, missed it. Loose rebound and a foul on Danny Wolf. Reached over the top of Norden Kapich. And Danny Wolf picks up his first foul, the team's 5th. (27-19), Michigan with the advantage. 5:47 in this round of 64 NCAA tournament clash. Winner gets Texas A&M here in Denver on Saturday. Howell right wing from blue-clad Tritons. Jogs to the point over Magai, who has struggled from the floor. He's 3 of 9, 0 of 5 from the long line. Drifts right wing. Takes it right baseline underneath the cup, slips around Wolf, now hooks it up there, misses it strong. Roddy Gale Jr. soars in for the board and then induces contact and earns a foul.
Yeah, and that's what you talk about when you say all hands on deck. And Roddy Gale, tell you what, he can sky amongst the best of them. So good to see him in there rebounding in that painted area.
And that is foul 3 on Justin Rochelin, who averages almost 20 minutes a game, 7 points a game, had 8 points in 19 strong minutes when UC San Diego punched its ticket with a Big West Tournament Championship game win over UC Irvine. Foul number 7 on the Triton, so Roddy Gale Jr. has a 1-and-1, where he shoots 78% from the stripe. 5:24 remaining on a halted first half clock. 27-19, Michigan in front. Gale's first, earns him a second with a swish here in Gale's first NCAA tournament game. Subs for both sides. Wolverines have Kaysen, Jones, Gale, Cheddar, and Golden on the floor. Up by 9. Second free throw. In and out. Rebound Tate Jones. Joined by Gray, Kapich, Magai, and Aiden Burke off the pine. Tate Jones, this team's best player, the Big West Player of the Year. Over the right side, Magai around the screen. Left alone for 3. Misses it off the front iron. Rebound loose, and a foul called on Michigan. Will Cheddar picks up the infraction, number 1. For Will in his first opportunity to play in an NCAA tournament game. Team foul 6.
Yeah, and that's right here in front of us, and I'd like to know how that's even possible. You got 2 guys going for the basketball. It wasn't a push in the back or anything.
Gray, the inbounder for UC San Diego. Lobs it up, Kapich, chucks it in between the circles. Burke to Tate Jones. Has Golden on a switch, leans in, underneath the cup, spins, hooks, and scores. Tough shot for 2, 28-21. Tritons within 7. Left wing Gale blows by Tate Jones, makes it up and scores it left block with a right hand. Oh, that was intense from Roddy Gale Jr. there, 30-21 U of M.
I'll tell you what, Roddy Gale's got a little bounce to his step now.
Tate Jones backs down Cheddar to the paint, pivots, banks, no, and Will Cheddar called for a bump. So Will Cheddar picks up 2 quick fouls on successive defensive possessions. And an Iwa Tate Jones goes where he is very familiar, the free throw line, for his second and third opportunities. He missed the first 2, a 76% shooter.
Yeah, he's pretty tricky down there on that block area, so.
2 dribbles, a knee bend, lets it fly, misses it off the heel. Tate Jones, a fascinating story. He played rugby and soccer growing up in his home country of New Zealand. Did not start playing basketball until 14 from a competitive standpoint. And here he is in the NCAA tournament in his second year with the Tritons after his first 3 at Hawaii Hilo. Trey Donaldson back in for Michigan. Second free throw up and good as Will Cheddar sits with those 2 fouls. So Tate Jones splits the pair, cuts the Michigan lead to 8, 30-22. We've got 4.5 to play first half here in Denver. High to the right, Jones zings it. Donaldson, left point now, Kaysen lumbers into the paint, floats over Tate Jones and scores it with a right hand. Nifty move for LJ, who's got a 4-point first half, 32-22 Wolverines.
Yeah, LJ's locked in, that's for sure.
Right wing Howell around a screen from Kapich. Lobs left side, Aiden Burke sizes up Kaysen. Left wing Gray, feed the post, Tate Jones. 11 versus 11 against Roddy Gale Jr. Spins on him, left baseline, takes. Missed a bunny after he shed Gale. Rebound Donaldson for Michigan. Transition pass left side, Kaysen. Off the bounce. Little shove on Burke into a double team. In some trouble, spins, finds Gale right corner. Reuben Jones shot fake. Back to Gale right corner. Shot clock only halfway gone. Michigan can slow things down. 1 hop pass, caught left wing Kaysen. Crosses over, shoots a long 2, up and in and out. Rebound Kapich, then Gale swatted it away. Snagged it, but he was out of bounds when he did it. And that brings us to a stoppage. 32-22. Michigan has led the entire way. It's 2 points shy of its biggest advantage of the game. 3:36 left first half on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Ann Arbor has a goal to reach 100% renewable energy by 2030, and DTE is committed to helping the city get there. Between DTE's wind and solar projects and local participation in My Green Power, we're already 30% of the way there. Join thousands of your neighbors who are using My Green Power to reduce their carbon footprint and support Michigan-made renewable energy. Learn more at migreenpower.com. Together, we can power a sustainable future.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports. And we've got you covered on SiriusXM College Sports Radio. There's complete coverage of every major conference, plus live games and 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now and see offer details at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 25.
This Michigan season is all about teamwork, on and off the court. That's why we're thrilled to have Founders Brewing Company as a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Founders has been brewing up high-quality, highly rated beers like Michigan Pilsner, their new Mortal Bloom, and of course All-Day IPA right here in Michigan for over 25 years. Celebrate every three-pointer and slam dunk with the perfect pour of Founders. Learn more about Founders community involvement and where to find your go-to game day beer at foundersbrewing.com.
Experiencing a Wolverines game is a lot like life. We honor traditions. We shed tears for a loss, but also for a win. And every time we step on the court, it's a chance for greatness. Farm Bureau Insurance sees the connection and is a proud supporter of University of Michigan athletics. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
Michigan a 32-22 lead on UC San Diego in this round of 64 clash here in the NCAA tournament. With the national champion Terry Mills, our engineer Tony Butler, and our host Rob Joyce. I'm Brian Bush. Sign up for Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Rewards. The more you order, the tastier rewards you'll earn. Starting with a free sandwich after your first order, Freaky Fast Rewards are worth it. Visit jimmyjohns.com or in the app to start. Wolverines, they've coughed it up 9 times, even in the rebounding battle. But they're 5 of 11 from deep, and it feels like an important 3:36 here to get to halftime, Terry, because Michigan they got that 10-0 lead. They've never allowed UC San Diego to get closer than 5, but they've never pushed the lead above 12. If Michigan can extend the lead, it feels like a pretty complete half. If not, figure the Tritons probably feel like they're in decent position despite that 10-0 start.
Yeah, you would think so, but I tell you what, Michigan is locked in on that defense, and they're doing an excellent job at taking away those three-point shots.
Yeah, they're 1 of 12 of the Tritons from 3. Inside Gray on a bounce feed from Howell. Gets it back, does Howell left side. Over the left corner, Kapich tries from deep. Off the front iron, rebound right-handed by Gale for Michigan. Wolverines right to left with Gale, Wolf, Golden, Burnett, and Donaldson. This was Michigan's starting lineup for 25 games this year. Now Reuben Jones getting the start with Roddy Gale Jr. coming off the bench. Right wing Donaldson, shot clock halfway gone. Walks to the left, now Burnett left wing. Finds Donaldson in between the circles. 3 minutes left to play first half. Michigan by 10. 5 on the shot clock, right side Gale. Feed it in, Golden catches, turns, banks and scores. That earns a fist pump from Michigan's first-year head coach Dusty May. 34-22 Wolverines.
Yeah, good patience by the Wolverines.
Quick 3, right corner, McGuy is up and good. That no-dip three-pointer catch and shoot is pure 34-25. Tritons within 9. Out of the right wing, Gale. Touch pass, point right, Golden. Pivots on Kapich, spins in, leans, scooping lay-in, good off the glass. With the left hand from Golden, 36-25. Michigan swells it back to 11. Saved just in front of us near sideline by McGuy. Lobs it near the scoreboard up toward McGuy. Or does McGuy over to Kapich. Now Howell left wing. Howell surveys the scene. Over to Kapich, handoff McGuy. Rumbles left, hoists to 3, front iron off, rebound Donaldson for Michigan. And he wants to slow it down.
Yeah, well, Michigan is recognizing they're playing that zone defense right now, and they're getting that ball to Vlad Golden right in the middle where they can't double team him.
Wolf, point right, hoist to 3. Barely grazed the left side of the rim, but a rebound somehow spun down by Burnett. Over to Donaldson, left wing. Tries Golden straight on 3. Off to the right. Rebound and a loose ball foul comes on UC San Diego. Danny Wolf, too much to handle underneath.
Yeah, well, Michigan is making a conscious effort at trying to get those offensive rebounds. And
foul number 8 on UC San Diego sends Danny Wolf to the line for a 1-and-1, and it's number 1 on an Iwaniwa Tate Jones. The top 2 scorers for UC San Diego, they have 16 of UC San Diego's 25 points, but it has taken them 18 shots to get there. Front end of the 1-and-1 for Danny Wolf is up, and it pops out of there. Rebound, UC San Diego. Michigan 1 of 4 from the line. It's 36-25 still. Michigan by 11, 1:35 left first half. Tate Jones accelerates right of the lane, has it right block, heels it back out to the point, handoff Gray, sizes up Gale, considers a three, instead flips it over Maguy, back to Gray, face guarded by Gale, leans into the paint, pivots, spins, in front of the free throw line, fades away, way off the mark, Wolf reels in his 5th rebound for Michigan. Push pass up ahead, Burdett. Left side, considers a three in front of a Donaldson hedge. To Wolf, left block, underneath the bucket, over to Golden, hooks it up there and scores it from 5 feet away. Good ball movement from area 51. 38-25, Michigan, their largest lead inside of a minute first half.
Yeah, good recognition there by the two bigs by Michigan, being able to play paintball.
Free throw line, Tate Jones. Slithers toward the left corner, and an offensive foul goes against UC San Diego. Tate Jones on a handoff, tried to screen as well, and it's number 2 for the Tritons' best player, Tate Jones, back to Michigan. Wolverines can go 2 for 1 if they want, up 38-25. 44 seconds left first half, about an 18-second game clock, shot clock differential. Right wing Donaldson, around a screen, fakes a three, right side Wolf, jab step at a drive, flip back right pocket, here's Donaldson, underneath the cup, jumping past left baseline Gale, leans in, loses the handle, gets it back with a shot clock at 8, whips it inside, Wolf catches, misses the hook shot, and the rebound to UC San Diego. Golden tussling with Howell, who's in a lot of pain, play on with 19 seconds left, and now an injury stoppage. To check on Chris Howell, who is 80 feet from the bucket that UC San Diego is attacking. Dusty May perplexed by the decision to call the timeout. And now Howell slow to get up, but he is up.
Yeah, and Coach Dusty May is saying, hey, we have the advantage here, so why would you call timeout now?
Oh, no, they say it was a foul on Roddy Gale Jr. Never mind. So not a stoppage. I didn't see any foul there at all. So Gale, his second, team's 8th, though, 1-and-1 for Tyler Maguy, an 85.5% free throw shooter. His first is a swish. Aiden Burke spells knee with Tate Jones just to avoid him picking up a 3rd foul. Also, Maximo Milovic chimes in for another 2-foul Triton and Norden Capich. 38-26. Michigan's lead is 12, 18.6 to play first half. Second free throw follows in the first. It's an 11-point advantage for the Wolverines. Timeout, Dusty May in Michigan. And while we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds to allow our network stations to identify themselves. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield. Here in Denver with the national champion Terry Mills, our engineer Tony Butler, and our host Rob Joyce. I'm Brian Bush. Wolverines a 38-27 lead, not taking UC San Diego lightly. Michigan jumped out to a 10-0 lead. They've been in front from the start. Danny Wolf talked about the chip on the shoulder type mentality for higher seeds in this tournament. Of course, he and 13th seeded Yale knocked off Auburn last season with Trey Donaldson on the team. And Michigan, they have been the aggressor, even though they are the team that's favored in this ballgame.
Yeah, and, they kind of felt like, it's them against the world type of attitude is what they're carrying, what this Michigan team is carrying right now. And they're a close-knit group of guys. They're keeping everything in-house, and it's paying off.
10 seconds left first half. Donaldson into the forecourt. Sings one to Wolf, loses the handle, pinballs around. Somehow saved by Gale, right baseline. Underhanded to Wolf, flipped it up, no. Tap up attempt by Golden. Yes! Counted the foul! With 1.8 to play first half, chaos until Vlad Golden in his 7th NCAA tournament game calmly put it up and in, and a foul on UC San Diego. 40-27 Michigan. Second foul on Chris Howell, who is okay after stumbling on the last possession. Golden, 73% from the line, shoots and scores it. Michigan's largest lead, 41-27. Inbound, Hayden Gray shoots a 70-footer at the horn and it hits the shot clock. That ends this first half of action. Wolverines, a 41-27 wire-to-wire first half. Here in Denver, Michigan shoots 53% from the floor, 5 of 13 from downtown, whereas the Tritons just 34% shooting, 2 of 15 from deep. Been a very strong start for the Wolverines. Let's catch up with Mike Boynton Jr. to talk about it. Here's Terry Mills.
Yeah, Coach Boynton, UC San Diego seems to be running a lot of different changing defense. How do you like the way your team is recognizing and attacking?
I love the way we've attacked. I love the energy again that LJ and Roddy have brought off the bench, just their athletic aggressiveness downhill. But more importantly, I loved our defensive focus. They have a lot of guys that can shoot the ball. They got a lot of guys that can space. I thought our contests were elite, especially on 13 for the most part. He made a tough one here in the corner. And on 24, we didn't really let them get any real rhythm. We got to stop fouling 12. He's good at getting fouled, but other than that, I felt really good about what we played.
Yeah, that was going to lead me to my next question about your defense. They're 2 of 15 from the three-point line. You guys are doing an excellent job on the defensive side. Tate Jones seems like he's trying to get into the post and do a little thing. I mean, is there something different you're going to try to do, or you kind of feel like your guys can handle that?
I think he's having to work really hard in there.
Okay.
Playing physically. I think the physicality of our team will wear him down over the course of the game. We're not going to start double-teaming him and giving him chances to get threes for guys stepping in. So we'll let him play one-on-one in there over our big guys. A couple times he went in there against Vlad. If he wants to continue that as their strategy, I feel good about it.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, Brian.
All righty. Thank you very much, Terry. Always appreciate the insight from Mike Boynton Jr. Wolverines, a 41-27 lead here at halftime. Terry, your first half takeaways.
Man, I tell you what, I love the way the Wolverines came out. You know, I watched so many games where teams have came out slow and they try to find them way to get back in the ball game. Well, Michigan kind of threw the first punch, and that's the way it's supposed to be from here on out, is that you look at it like you're the lower seed because, you know, you got a lot of people out here that's really disrespecting Michigan, whether, you know, they don't think they should have had a higher seed. Well, you take the seed that you're given and you go out here and play the game.
And so far, so good for the Maize and Blue. Michigan 41, UC San Diego 27. Michigan led by Vlad Golden's 11. And Ty Bagai, the UC San Diego leader, 11 points, but 4 of 13 from the floor. Much to do on the halftime show. Rob Joyce anchors our coverage with highlights and check of the out-of-town scoreboard. And what has been a largely blowout-heavy first day of the NCAA tournament, but still a few interesting games that Rob will detail for you next. Michigan up by 14, 41-27 to the break. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Honey, did you pay the rent this month? Because I just received a late notice.
Sorry, what's that?
Wait, are you gambling online again?
Me? No, not at all.
If managing the bills and your betting has become a challenge, self-excluding from online gambling or sports betting might be for you. Learn more at don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
Go Blue, go long, go 5.5% ABV, go sparkling citrus and real liquor, go gluten-free and full flavor, go with the drink that's the fastest growing spirits brand in the world 2023 and is unlike anything you've had before. Go with the Finnish Long Drink, a drink that goes with cheering on the Maize and Blue unlike any other spirits brand out there. Long Drink, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. 5.5% alcohol by volume, gin with natural flavors. Copyright 2024, The Long Drink Company, Carmel, Indiana. Please enjoy responsibly.
Michigan, UC San Diego.
Sings one eye high to Golden Banks, scores in the left block, counted to foul.
More from the NCAA tournament comes your way in 1 minute, right here on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Warm up this winter with thoughts of Michigan softball and Michigan baseball because tickets are on sale now. Softball is fresh off yet another Big Ten tournament title and NCAA tournament appearance, while Michigan baseball has posted a winning record in 11 of its last 12 seasons and eyes a return to the tournament for the first time since 2022. For schedules, promotions, and ticket information, visit mgoblue.com. That's mgoblue.com to join us for Michigan softball and baseball this spring.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
Welcome to the Michigan Basketball Halftime Show. Analysis, highlights, and stats from the first 20 minutes are on the way. Now, here's your host, Rob Joyce.
Fun first half in Denver. Michigan leads UC San Diego 41-27 at the break as we look back at the opening 20 minutes. Danny Wolf opened the scoring with a 3 on the game's opening possession. 5 combined turnovers later, Wolverines scored the game's second bucket. Amari Burnett, 3 next trip down. Timeout, Tritons.
Cape is straight on 3 ball off to the left, and the rebound Donaldson for the Wolverines. Right to left marches Michigan. Donaldson splits 2 all the way to the cup, lays it up and in. Reminiscent of that Saturday stroll against Maryland and Indy. It's 8-0 Wolverines, and UC San Diego needs to talk about it. Eric Olman calls time.
A magnificent start for the Maize and Blue, making shots, crashing the glass. 8-0, less than 3 minutes in, under 16 timeout. It was 10-0, dominant both sides of the ball.
Howell soars for the board, line of contact, no whistle. Reset 20, over to Gray, skip it inside to Kapich, rejected out of bounds, touched by Kapich last. Danny Wolf, the monster swat, and Michigan goes into the under 16 media timeout, dominating early up 10-0.
UC San Diego missed its first 6 shots, had 4 turnovers by the media stoppage. Would get on the board 5 minutes in, and then the Wolverines cooled Michigan a 3-minute scoring drought as the U of M started to turn it over, and that was on USCDST's MO coming in. First ton of them. 9 Michigan turnovers in that first half. Roddy Gale Jr. ended said drought with a 3, but the momentum had shifted. Tritons 4 points in 11 seconds, briefly made it a 13-8 game at the under 12 timeout. Then the Wolverines used that timeout to regain control of things.
It's a right point 3, somehow popped out of there, and the rebound pinballs to Danny Wolf, who's swarmed by a double team, but skips it off Gale. Right to left come the Wolverines. Left side Burnett hoists a 3 ball. Yes, sir. Michigan's 4 of 9 from deep. Wolverines back up 10, 18-8.
Part of a 7-0 Wolverine run midway through the first. It was a 12-point lead, 20-8. Michigan 4 early threes. UC San Diego missed its first 9 from beyond the arc. Would finally make one. Trey Donaldson would immediately cancel it out on the other end, and Danny Wolf feeling it in the first half.
Wolverines right to left. Near sideline Jones. Skip it left baseline Wolf. One dribble, leans in, hooks it up. Yes! Count it! And a foul! It's the Danny Wolf show early on in Denver. 7 early for Danny. Going to the line for a chance at a 3-point play, inflating the Michigan lead to 22-10.
7 points, 5 boards in the first half for Danny Wolf, and a couple of blocks as well. Underrated was 25. 13 shots were going in. Michigan shot 53% in the first half. Those giveaways, really the only reason Wolverines aren't up more. Margin lived in the 7 to 9 point range for a few minutes. Back to 10 at the final media timeout. The under 4 was 32-22. And then ultimately towards the end of the first half, Area 51 proved to be too much. First with Danny, then number 50.
10 seconds left first half. Donaldson into the forecourt. Sings one to Wolf. Loses the handle. Pinballs around. Somehow saved by Gale. Right baseline. Underhands it to Wolf. Flipped it up. No. Tap up attempt by Golden. Yes! Counted the foul. With 1.8 to play first half. Chaos until Vlad Golden in his 7th NCAA tournament game calmly put it up and in. And a foul on UC San Diego.
18 points, 9 boards from the 7-footers this half, and after the free throw, Michigan takes its largest lead into the locker room. It's 41-27. Halftime show continues. We'll take another look at the scoreboard next. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Grand Traverse Resort and Spa presents the 30-second radio hour.
Woo! I ask you, Donna, is cross-country skiing great or what? Yeah, I'm speechless too. Finding your true north can really take your breath away. No breath. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Discover your true north moment amid the wonders of nature at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa.
Hey, Donna, how about some snowshoeing after this? Are you kidding me?
Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. No truer north.
Subscribe to the official podcast home of Michigan Athletics and Go Blue Podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
It's that time of year again. My schedule is packed with bracket-busting, three-point shooting, non-stop basketball action. I don't want to miss a second of it. That's why I go for a 5-Hour Energy shot. They're perfect for my days packed with back-to-back games or when my favorite team's playing late. 5-Hour Energy keeps me going during the broadcast and the next morning when I need to get myself up and to work. Visit 5hourenergy.com for great deals and to stock up before tip-off.
Progressive understands that bond between you and your boat. But imagine if something happened to it. Without the boat, you're just Tina with too much boat knowledge. Sure, it's helpful on the water, but with no boat, you're someone who talks way too much about knots, and no one cares what a jib is anyway. Boat Tina could get away with it because she has a boat. So make sure your boat is insured. Get Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer, and then go back to being you, Tina, who owns a boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Michigan. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Michigan and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Michigan.
Michigan leads UC San Diego at the half, 41-27. Time now for another check of scores. Should the Wolverines advance, we know their second-round opponent comes Saturday. Texas A&M ensured Yale wouldn't pull a first-round upset for the second straight year.
10 on the shot clock. Using a Payne screen. Manning down the right lane line. Manning. Pinballs to Payne, who knows exactly what to do. The flush. 18 for him. 65-52.
Andrew Monaco from Learfield. Aggies advanced past Yale 80-71 behind a double-double off the bench from Farrell Payne, 25 points and 10 rebounds. The first games in the South region to be played today came in Lexington. The day began 9-seed Creighton shooting 8th-seeded Louisville right out of the gym.
Kick corner, 3-ball, McAndrew, got it! 8 made threes for Creighton, 44-27. Traore down the lane, trying to trade it too. Contested by Kalkbrenner, forced into a bad miss, rebound Ashworth. Creighton flies up the floor. Snap for Neal, given the three, take, make, logo three! They have hit their per-game average in the first half. It is Creighton by 20.
Ryan Ratke on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. Blue Jays hit 9 first-half threes, ran away from Louisville 89-75. Jemiah Neal, 29 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. So Creighton moves on to Saturday. Well, it will play the #1 overall seed in this event, Auburn. Tigers got a first-half scare from 16-seed Alabama State. Second half, a little more to script.
Now it's Broom, just inside the arc right. Spin to face on Ocon, crosses him over, given the isolation. Backs him in, drops the shoulder, up, in, and a foul! Jansen an and one, and it's a double-double for the SEC Player of the Year.
John Sadak, Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. In what was a one-possession game late in the first half, Auburn used a late run to take a double-digit halftime lead on Alabama State. Cruise from there, 83-63 the final, 14-11 from Janai Broom, 23 with 7 threes from Miles Kelly. So Auburn and Creighton in the round of 32 on Saturday in Lexington. The winner there would get whoever comes out of our Denver pod. Michigan, UC San Diego, or Texas A&M in the Sweet 16 in Atlanta next Friday. Bottom half doesn't play till tomorrow. 1:30 Milwaukee, 3rd-seeded Iowa State takes on the 14th-seed Lipscomb, followed by the 6-11 match of Ole Miss and North Carolina. The other pod in the South region in Cleveland doesn't start until 7 tomorrow night. The 7-10 contest pits Marquette against New Mexico. Winner there gets either Michigan State, the 2-seed in this region, or the America East champion Bryant. As for everyone else throughout the rest of the day on the first of 2 opening round days in the dance, we'll go region by region, starting in the East. Wisconsin, the 3-seed. This pod also being played in Denver. Earlier today got a decent fight from 14th-seeded Montana. Badgers ultimately too much, 85-66 Badgers, and they'll get BYU in Saturday's second round after the Cougars eliminated VCU in the 6-11 contest by an 80-71 final. That's it for the East. The other 6 games in the region all come tomorrow. Much of the Midwest ongoing today, going on right now. UCLA putting a hurting on Utah State. Final media timeout, 2 minutes to go. Bruins up handily, 68-47, so they'll move on to tomorrow to take on Tennessee after the Vols had no issues with Wofford in the 2-15 matchup, a 77-62 Tennessee victory. Top half of the Midwest bracket earlier today, the 1-seed Houston had its way with SIU Edwardsville, 78-40. Cougars the final, and get a much tougher test in theory on Saturday after Gonzaga blitzed Georgia early today.
Nembhard dribbling on the left perimeter. Bounce it back to Huff. Huff to Nembhard into the paint. Extra pass. Gregg gets the defender in the air, misses the shot, gets it back and scores. Ben Gregg with the basket. Georgia wants a timeout. Zags 27, Georgia 3.
Tom Hudson from Learfield. Zags don't have football. Seemed like a football score. It was 27-3. They never looked back from there. 89-68. Gonzaga moves on. The winner of that one move on to the Sweet 16 to get either a Big Ten team in Purdue or a potential Cinderella. Purdue got a scare from 13th seeded High Point. Ultimately move on 75-63. While McNeese pulled off our first upset of the dance, beating Clemson 69-67 in a game the Cowboys led by 24 in the second half. Tigers had a furious rally. It fell short. That leaves us with the West Region. 2 games going on right now. Early second half, St. John's trying to pull away from Omaha 43-30. And then Texas Tech is all over UNCW 31-19. The winner of the St. John's game will get Arkansas tomorrow after the Razorbacks use a late surge to defeat Kansas 79-72. Again, our game through 20 minutes. Michigan 41, UC San Diego 27. Brian, a look at the first half numbers next. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Champion Circle is the preeminent name, image, and likeness collective supporting University of Michigan student athletes. Help Champion Circle empower Wolverines student athletes through NIL by joining the Everybody In for Michigan campaign. Our goal is to reach over 100,000 Michigan fans to help ensure that Michigan remains at the forefront of college athletics. For more on the Everybody In for Michigan campaign, head to championscircleufm.com. Champions Circle, proud partner of University of Michigan Athletics.
John Jansen here. We cover all things Michigan athletics on our podcast channel, MGO Blue Podcast with John Jansen. In the Trenches, presented by Meyer, focuses on all things Michigan football, including exclusive interviews, game previews, and post-game episodes. Defend the Block highlights both men's and women's basketball programs, and Conquering Heroes keeps you in the loop on every team in Ann Arbor. Search MGO Blue Podcast with John Jansen wherever you get your podcast. That's MGO Blue Podcasts with John Jansen.
41-27, Michigan in front of UC San Diego. We're at halftime here in Denver, Colorado. The first half stats are brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Wolverines shooting the ball really well. 53% overall, 38% from deep. That would be one of the best performances Michigan's had since the start of February. Their best was in the semifinals against Maryland in the Big Ten tournament last Saturday when they shot 39%. Individually, Michigan has 11 from Vlad Golden. He's tied for the game lead. 7 points from Danny Wolf, and he has stuffed the stat sheet to be short. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and 1 steal in his 16 minutes of action. 6 apiece for Namari Burnett and Roddy Gale Jr. 5 from Trey Donaldson. He's added 4 rebounds and 2 assists. 4 points, L.J. Kaysen. Will Cheddar has 2 points, also 2 fouls in 8 minutes of action. Reuben Jones, no points, but 2 assists in 13 minutes of play. For the UC San Diego Tritons, they're 34% from the floor and just 2 of 15. That is 13% from the long line. Tyler McGuy is their leading scorer with 11, but it has taken him 13 attempts to get there. He is 4 of 13 shooting and 1 of 8 from deep. 7 from this team's best player, the Big West's player of the year, Aniwa Tate Jones. He has 7 points, 3 of 5 shooting, 3 rebounds. He is playing with 2 fouls in 16 minutes. No other Triton has more than 3 points. Hayden Gray, who averages 11 a ball game, he's at that mark, and he has just 1 assist. He averages better than 3 per contest. Wolverines have coughed it up 9 times. It's led to 8 of the Tritons' points. UC San Diego has lost it 6 times, leading to 5 Michigan points. Wolverines +6 in the rebounding category, +8 points in the paint, and they have 10 of the game's 13 assists. Wolverines have led the entire way. It was tied for just 30 seconds. Wolverines a 41-27 edge at the half. That is the largest of this ball game. Those are your first half stats brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Terry's thoughts in the second half, and then the second half next. Wolverines by 14. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping? To your Tuesday night bowling league?
Woo! That's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
G32.
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm gonna move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo. The most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
Moments away from the second half here in Denver, Michigan 41, UC San Diego 27. And we're welcoming you back to the game, brought to you by Founders Brewing Company. Terry Mills, your first half thoughts.
Well, it's up to the Wolverines right now. Don't get happy with what you accomplished so far. Hang your hat, continue to hang your hat on your defense. That defense was stifling. That's what got them this 14-point lead. You can look at it and they can say, hey, well, they shot the ball well. No, their defense made it happen. 10 assists on 17 field goals. They got that ball hopping and recognized that defense and started to attack and cut out on the turnovers.
Wolverines were 5th in the Big Ten in assists per field goal makes. They assisted on 57% of their made baskets in the Big Ten slates. That's Welcome was brought to you by Founders Brewing Company. It's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Welcome to Craft. He's the national champion, Terry Mills. We got our engineer, Tony Butler, to our left, our engineer, Rob Joyce, in our studios. I'm Brian Bush. Glad you could be with us here in this round of 64 clash. Winner gets Texas A&M. The Aggies held off Yale 80-71 in the game before ours. Wolverines come out with the starting five of Donaldson, Burnett, Jones, Golden, and Wolf. UC San Diego counters with its starting unit of Gray, Howell, Magai, Kapich, and their star Tate Jones. Second half is on here as the Wolverines move from left to right. Double team on Donaldson. Flip it over Jones to the right side. Burnett drifts to the right point. Feed left wing Donaldson. Ball above his head over to Golden. Catches, floats, misses it from 8 feet. Rebound loose, picked up by Magai for UC San Diego. Tritons with some tempo right to left. Kapich on the left wing. Angles left elbow. Now to the right side over to Tate Jones. Jab step on Golden. Tate Jones directing traffic. Now underneath the cup. Peels it back out left quarter. Handoff. 3-ball. Magai shoots, misses, and an offensive foul. And it's on Tate Jones. Second time he's been called for one of those screens after a shovel pass. It's number 3 on the Big West's Player of the Year.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I'd love to see Michigan get off to one of those fast starts like they did in the first half. One of those 10-0 runs here.
Ever since then, the closest UC San Diego has been is 5. Donaldson in between the circles, crosses over, lob it up to Golden, catches, tried to throw it up there all in one motion, and then a foul comes on UC San Diego. And it's on Tate Jones. It's number 4.
Yeah, that's the right call. I know the fans don't like it, but it's the right call.
So Aniwa Tate Jones picks up his 4th foul at the 1911 mark. Michigan up 41-27.
Yeah, and back-to-back fouls. And
Golden gets a friendly roll on the first free throw.
Yeah, and talked with Coach Mike Boynton at halftime, and he said maybe that'll start to wear on him. And, usually when guys get a little tired and get wore on a little bit, they start making those silly type fouls.
Second one up, and this one popped out, but a tap back by Wolf to Golden, the free throw shooter. He attempts to drive and had it poked away. A little bit too aggressive from Vlad. UC San Diego, the basketball. Gray, skip it, Howell. Tate Jones did come out of the ball game. Howell, flip it over to Kapich. It was Rochlin on the floor as a floater. Good, count it in a foul from Norton Kapich as UC San Diego with a counter punch. Vlad Golden picks up foul number 1. 42-29. It's a 13-point lead now for Michigan. And Norton Kapich, the junior from Vienna, Austria, at the free throw line for 1. 73.5% shooter. Hoists and knocks it down. 42-30. It'll be fascinating to see now 12th year head coach Eric Olin handles the 4 fouls for Aniwa Tate Jones. On the bench right now, he is this team's best player. Donaldson at the point. Left wing Wolf, ball above his head, slings it Donaldson. High to the left, Burnett sizes up a 3, left alone, shoots it, barely grazed left side of the rim, and the rebound hops out of bounds. It's back to UC San Diego.
Yeah, I think that was just simply Michigan settling right there. You got to stay in attack mode.
Burnett now 2 of 4 from the floor, all from deep. Left of the lane, Gray recoils out, has Golden on the switch. Gray, he'll shoot a 3. It's strong. Rebound tapped off the fingertips of Burnett, and it went to Magai, who leans in and induces a foul on Golden. And Magai looked to be behind the three-point line. He was. It's a 3 free throw opportunity on Vlad Golden's second foul of the game and the half. 42-30 Michigan, 18:23 remaining.
Yeah, and just simply because Michigan's being a little lackadaisical and rebounding that basketball, that's why Vlad ended up picking up his second foul.
And a quick review, they say it was actually a 2, so Magai only has 2 free throws. He shoots at 85.5%, 2 of 2 in the first half, and the first one rattles home. An 11-point Michigan lead now. Magai in his third collegiate stop, freshman year at Western Carolina. Next 2 in the state of Oklahoma at Southern Nazarene. Last year averaged 14 points a game for a UC San Diego team that won 21 games, couldn't go to the NCAA tournament. This year they're first eligible for it. Both free throws good. Michigan's lead down to 10, 42-32. A minute 45 into the second half. Right wing Burnett drifts to the right pocket. Picks up his bounce, flip it left wing Wolf, sizes up Rochelin. In there for Tate Jones, spinning left baseline into a double team. Leave Golden. Over to Jones, shot clock at 5. Left arm pass Burnett, skip it in Wolf, timer at 3. Has to fade away, Rainmaker is strong. Good box out and a rebound by UC San Diego and Magai. Left wing Magai snakes his way left elbow to Capich, shot fake at the point. Give to a cutting Rochelin, reverses and scores low on the left. And the Tritons are within 8, 42-34, 17:36 remaining.
Yeah, Michigan waited a little bit too late in the shot clock before they got in attack mode.
Donaldson center circle for Michigan. To Burnett right wing, looks into Golden, who's double teamed. Now Wolf right point, crosses over at the left elbow, finds Donaldson, left wing 3, off the front iron. Rebound right-handed by Rochelin for the Tritons. 7 straight for UC San Diego. Gray coast to coast, reverses, scores with the right hand on the left block. Timeout Dusty May in Michigan. 9 straight for the Tritons. They are within 6 and at exactly the same spot as Eric Olin halted the first half. 17-11 on the clock. Dusty May pauses the second with UC San Diego down just 6 now. 42-36 Michigan. We'll pause for a break on the Wolverine Sports Network from Learfield.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
We'll return to Denver for more tournament action in 60 seconds.
Right wing Wolf accelerates, spins, banks, scores! We're tied at 45!
This is Wolverine basketball from Learfield.
Neighbors help neighbors. That's why when the unexpected happens, floods, fires, or tornadoes hit, Belfour has your back. At Belfour, we are the people who live next door. Faces and names you know, right here in Michigan. For us, the only thing more important than restoring your property is helping you rebuild your life whenever disasters strike. 24/7, 365. Belfour Property Restoration. Your home, your life, our promise. Call 800-800-BELFOR or visit belfour.com.
Risk management is not just what we do, it's our calling. We trace our roots to 1850 when Alan Pinkerton founded Pinkerton's National Detective Agency. During our rich history, we created a forerunner to the U.S. Secret Service, hired America's first woman detective, and remained the industry leader. Today, we infuse institutional knowledge and technology with integrity, vigilance, and excellence to deliver innovative solutions to clients around the globe. No matter when, no matter where, we are there for you. Because at Pinkerton, we never sleep.
42-36, Michigan's lead all of a sudden down to 6. And it's come, Terry, with a 9-0 run from UC San Diego without their best player on the floor. And with Tate Jones picking up his third and fourth fouls in the first minute of this second half.
Yeah, well, Michigan's got to continue to stay aggressive. And right now, they're allowing their offensive production to affect what they were doing on the defensive end. And on offense, they're getting a little bit starting late in the shot clock before you have to throw something up. Got to get in attack mode earlier.
Same grouping on the floor for the Tritons with Tate Jones still out. Rochelin off the bench for him. Michigan brings in Will Cheddar to spell Vlad Golden. Donaldson at the center circle into a double team. Jumping pass in front of us to Burnett. A double on to him over to Jones at the free throw line. And a poke away by Howell off Jones' shin. It's back to the Tritons on Michigan's 11th turnover of the ball game.
Yeah, well, when Reuben Jones catches that in the middle, turn and face and attack.
Gray head of steam right to left, curls underneath the cup, brings it back out right wing, catch and shoot three. Maguy rattles around, drops in on a pinball. 3-point game. Michigan only up by a field goal, and it's 12 in a row for UC San Diego. Right wing Burnett around a hedge from Wolf, jumping pass right corner. Donaldson rebuttal three. Yes. Big time shot from Trey. Wolverines back up 6, 45-39. Halts a 12-0 run.
Yeah, now let's hope that 3-point shot to get them to get that bounce back in their step defensively.
Maguy leave it Gray. Considers a three instead. Darts his way left of the lane. Picks up his dribble near the elbow. Left corner, Capich. Rainmaking three goes. Back-to-back triples for the Tritons. And then a foul after the shot. And it's coming on Michigan's Damari Burnett. So the bucket counts, 45-42. Wolverines lead down to 3. And UC San Diego will keep possession. Kaysen and Gale in for Burnett and Jones on the Michigan side.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I've seen two players go down, but wasn't sure what happened.
16-10 left. Michigan 45, Tritons 42.
Yeah, and one of my keys was don't fall asleep on the opposite side. And right now, that's exactly what's happening, is that UC San Diego's dribbling around underneath the basket, and we seem to be falling asleep, and they're finding wide open three-point shooters.
Left point, Maguy, a three for the tie. Off to the left, rebound popped up into the air. It's knocked out of bounds by Capich. He attempts to throw it off Donaldson to no avail. And that brings us to a media timeout. Tritons outscoring Michigan 15-4 since halftime. They're 2 of 4 from deep after going 2 of 15 in the first half from downtown. Timeout, 45-42 Michigan, 15:57 remaining on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
We asked our team, why did you choose to work for Michigan Medicine? Here are some of their answers.
Being able to interact with patients, offer them hope, and hopefully giving them care that they couldn't receive anywhere else is the biggest thing.
Because it's the best of the best. We have great benefits, we have great leadership.
I love what I do. This is a place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.
To our team, we say, thank you for choosing us. We shape the future of healthcare together at Michigan Medicine.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You know what I love about spring? It's the season of change. And that means it's time for a closet refresh. Enter Kohl's. With the extra 15% off they have going on, I saved on the latest styles for my entire family. Like a cute dress for myself, linen shorts for my husband, and spring jackets for my kids. Just add sunshine and we're set. All thanks to Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. 15% offer ends March 23rd. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Hey Wolverine fans, basketball season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Michigan basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Michigan Wolverines. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
UC San Diego outscoring Michigan 15-4 since intermission. They have cut what was once as big as a 15-point lead down to 3, 45-42. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, Rob Joyce. Be sure to subscribe to Go Blue Podcast. Wide range of audio content for you there, including Michigan basketball talk on Defend the Block. Go Blue Podcast. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Interesting here. 4 fouls, but Aniwa Tate Jones comes back in, even though, Terry, the Tritons are playing well without him.
Yeah, I tell you what. It's a risky call, but what do they have to lose? So if I'm the Wolverines, I'll get right after him.
Kaysen on the dribble into a double team right block, finds Wolf right wing, open three, passed it up to right corner Kaysen. He tries a three, well short, rebound Gray for UC San Diego. Right to left comes UC San Diego. Gray pauses left wing, has Cheddar on him. Skip it over to Tate Jones. The Big West Player of the Year was their tournament MVP as well. Out there with 4 fouls at the 15:25 mark. McGuy leans in on Gale, backs him down left baseline, spins at the block, fades away, and misses it short. Rebound Danny Wolf for Michigan.
That's just what Michigan has to do. They've got to get some stops on the defensive end.
Wolf, shovel, left point Donaldson, ball above his head. 15:07 ticking second half clock. Michigan's lead 45-42. Left side Kaysen, lob it right wing Donaldson, who has Michigan's lone field goal of the half. Over to Kaysen, spins in the paint, and he gets decked and fouled on a shot. Rochelin around that, he is playing with 3 fouls, but they're going to rule it on Tyler McGuy. So McGuy picks up his first, and it's UC San Diego's third of the half.
Yeah, well, what's starting to happen is UC San Diego is starting to get into that zone defense, and Michigan's just passing the ball around on the perimeter. They've got to get in attack mode, just as you saw LJ Kaysen use that kind of spin move and got in that painted area.
Much to the chagrin of 12th year head coach Eric Olin, back-to-back Big West Coach of the Year. It's ruled as a shooting foul. Kaysen at the line, and he's long on the first. An 85%er in a modest sample size, 27 attempts before tonight. Wolverines leaving some points at that charity stripe, 3 of 8 today. Kaysen, 4 points in 8 minutes. Bends the knees, second one up, and it pops out of there. 0 for 2 trip, Rochelin the rebound.
Yeah, they left a lot on the line there, so.
3 of 9 for Michigan. 45-42 still. Michigan clinging to a 3-point lead that once was as great as 15. Left wing Gray spins in on Kaysen. Banks and scores as he blows by LJ. It's a 17-4 second half start for UC San Diego. 1-point Michigan lead. Donaldson, kick right wing. Kaysen tries a 3. Off the front iron. Offensive rebound by Cheddar. Goes up and gets fouled by Howell as Cheddar spun in the paint.
Well, that's what you have to do. I mean, Will Cheddar hasn't lost his aggressiveness. He's got to be able to hit the boards. I said you got to be able to offset some of those turnovers by getting on that glass.
Foul 3 on the St. Mary's transfer, Chris Howell. So Will Cheddar at the line, where he was 86% in Michigan's first 34 games. Books that one. The 4th-year grad student, one of the smartest people you'll be around, playing in his first NCAA tournament game. He was redshirting when Michigan went to the Sweet 16 in 2022. 3 dribbles, deep knee bend, second one up and pure. 47-44, Michigan with a 3-point lead. Norden K-pitch returns, and Justin Rochelin exits for UC San Diego. Michigan sends Danny Wolf to the bench. Vlad Golden returns.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it has nothing, the defense has nothing to do with screens or anything. Michigan's got to step up and take those one-on-one challenges.
Gray high on the right to Tate Jones, still with those 4 fouls. Leave it Gray, wide open, a 3 for the tie. He misses it badly off to the right. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch, UC San Diego. Tate Jones was the one who touched it. And Michigan gets it back. 14-10 remaining, 47-44 Michigan.
It's time for the Wolverines to make a push right now. Recognize that zone defense, and let's get in attack
Cheddar
mode.
left wing, hoist of 3, well short. Easy chest-high rebound, Howell for the Tritons. Right to left comes UC San Diego. Right side, McGuy gets Gale up, steps to the left, shoots a 3 for the tie, misses it flat. Offensive rebound down to Kapich. Right side, Gray had an open 3, doesn't take it. Kapich shot fake on the right corner. He also does not take the 3 ball. Over to McGuy, up fake, got Golden up. He takes the 3 and swirls it out. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Tate Jones, but Gray saves it jumping along that baseline to Tate Jones. Tritons another opportunity. Shot clock at 12. Tate Jones into the paint, leans in, flails one up there, way off the mark. Off the glass, rebound Michigan. San Diego's fans wanted a foul. Left corner, shot fake by Kaysen. Drives in, goes strong, hangs Banks. No, but a blocking foul coming on UC San Diego as Howell tried to induce the charge. And the Tritons fans, and I think some A&M Aggies fans, none too pleased with the whistle as Howell picks up foul number 4.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, long shots equal long rebounds, and right now, Michigan is getting beat to those rebounds, or what I'd like to call 50-50 balls. They've got to come up with those.
13-19 on a halted second half clock. Kaysen back to the line, and he knocks down the first. 2 of 3 today. And you can tell the jolt of cheering from Michigan fans because of the perplexed UC San Diego and Texas A&M fans here. Howell leaves with those 4 fouls. Justin Rochelin returns with 3.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing about the NCAA tournament. Whenever the underdog starts to make a run and get back into the ball game, all of a sudden these fans, they'll turn.
Second free throw good, 49-44 Michigan, 13-19 left. Kaysen and Donaldson leave. Wolf and Burnett returned. There's no doubt about it, Terry. There are a lot of UC San Diego fans wearing Texas A&M outfits right now.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And the Michigan fans stand up and cheer. Tate Jones into the forecourt for the Tritons. 30-4, winners of 15 straight. McGuy around a meaty screen from Kapich. Lob it left wing, Tate Jones. Push pass right side, Gray. 13 minutes to play. Michigan's lead is 5. Gray crosses over at the right elbow. Pauses his dribble. Over to McGuy. Up fake with 4 on the timer. Drives right baseline. Fades away. Behind the backboard shot. No good. Rebound loose. Last touch by who? It's by UC San Diego, so it's Michigan's ball. And that just adds some fuel to the fire. Eric Olin is shrugging his shoulders, chuckling to get away from screaming. He's frustrated.
Yeah, well, they want every call right now. So
center circle, Wolf takes it in on the guy into a double team. Hops a 1, skip pass to Jones. Now Wolf shot fake at the point, drives in strong, had it knocked out of bounds. Last touch by UC San Diego. A lot of contact, no whistle there. 11 on the timer, 12:30 to play, 49-44 Michigan. All of a sudden, the Tritons haven't scored in more than 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, things that you think is a foul is not a foul. So you got to go in there and you got to play through contact right now if you're the Wolverines.
Ruben Jones in his first NCAA tournament game. Triggers in, right baseline, shucks it up left point, Golden. Ball above his head, guarded by Kapich. Requesting help with 5 on the timer. Right wing, Burnett. Shot fake, flip it in. Wolf catches, banks and got it to go. Dynamite feed from Burnett with the shot clock dwindling. Michigan 51, UC San Diego 44.
Yeah, I tell you what, the Michigan fan base is standing up, willing them to this victory here.
Kapich, right wing, handoff McGuy, around a pick, back to Kapich, shot fake, gets Jones off his feet, leans in, banks, and a foul on Golden. Now Michigan fans, none too pleased with the officiating as we get to a media timeout on Vlad Golden's 3rd foul of the ball game. Free throws for the Tritons when we come back. 11:59 to play, 51-44 Michigan. This is Wolverines basketball from Learfield.
Get your roll on with Lucky Paradise at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Every Saturday in March from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., roll your way to paradise and win a share of over $45,000 cash and travel vouchers. Get ready to jumpstart your vacation. Join us every Saturday at 10 p.m. for the grand prize drawing. Plus, boost your chances every Monday with 10 times entries. Only at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Real fun, real friendly. Visit Saginaw-EaglesLanding.com for complete rules and details.
You found the home of the Wolverines.
Right wing, a heave for the tie.
Yes, sir.
The Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Just like your favorite sports team, you need a solid defense to protect your home and business. Whether you're tackling unexpected accidents, fouls, or fumbles, Highland and Michigan-based Frankenmuth Insurance are on your team. Visit Highland today at www.highland.com/defense. That's www.hylant.com/defense.
141-868.
Wolverines have not trailed, but they are only up by 7, 51-44. One tick shy of 12 minutes to play here in Denver. Winner matches up with Texas A&M on Saturday for a spot in the Sweet 16. When rivalries heat up, choose Chill. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Please celebrate responsibly. Terry, Michigan able to bounce back. They've scored the last 6. And I think more importantly, the Tritons haven't scored in the last 2 minutes, 40 seconds of game action. What have you seen defensively?
Yeah, well, they've hung their hat on their defense, and that's what I've been begging for, because that's what got them the lead. And sometimes you have teams that allow what's going on offensively to be connected to what's happening on defense. Get back to playing that hard-nosed defense, and tell you what, stay down on the shooters. Close out with your knees bent, under control, and just contest the shot. Right now, Michigan is just flying all over the place with these pump fakes, and all of a sudden that's getting your interior guys in foul difficulty.
Aniwa Tate Jones, the star for UC San Diego, back out there. He's played about 4 minutes with 4 fouls. He's with Gray, Burke, Rochelin, and the free throw shooter, Norden Kapich, out there after the 3rd foul by Vlad Golden. Kapich 73.5% from the line, and the first one is good. UC San Diego now 7 of 10 from the stripe. They cut it to 6, 51-45 U of M. Michigan's lead was as great as 15 in this ball game. They started with a 10-0 run. Second one, airborne, and a swish for Kapich. 51-46. Michigan with Burnett, Gale, Jones, Wolf, and Golden. So Roddy Gale Jr. brings into the forecourt. Left wing, Reuben Jones, the only Wolverine who has played and not scored today. Now Gale crosses over into the paint. Banks it up with a left-handed, scores it. Tailing that left lane line. Nice move from Gale. He has 8, Michigan 53, and the Tritons 46.
Yeah, I don't think they have an answer for Roddy Gale off of that dribble drive. Either he's scoring or dropping it off and making positive things happen.
Tate Jones into the paint, shut off on a double team. Throws it back out right corner to Burke. High to the left now, Gray. Shot clock at 8. Gray through the legs, dribble. Left side, Rochelin. Accelerates, floats it up there. No, good defense on a wall up by Golden. Rebound to Burnett. Rochelin stumbles, 5-on-4 for Michigan for a bit. Right side, Jones pops up a 3. Bullseye! Michigan back up 10, 56-46, 11:04 remaining.
Yeah, good wall up there by Vlad Golden. Not exposing himself to the foul.
Right side, Tate Jones. Over to Rochelin, high to the left, Burke. Leave it left pocket, Gray. Jogs his way left point. Sizing up Golden. Skip it in. Kapich backs down Gale. 2 right-handed bounces, now 3 and 4. Picks it up, pivots, leans, floats off the window. Fell out of there. Rebound loose, picked up Rochelin. Second chance for the Tritons with a reset, 20 on the clock. Left corner, Kapich 3. Rainmaker over Golden, who might have gotten a piece of it. Air ball, rebound, Wolf for Michigan.
Well, Michigan's got to be able to rebound that basketball.
Wolf feed the post Golden against Kapich. Immediate double team. Jumping pass secured on a bobble by Gale. Around a Golden hedge. Picks it up. Splits 2. Jumping pass over to Wolf. Right side jab step. Has Gray on him. Timer at 10. Over to Gale. He'll try a 3. It's short. Rebound Tate Jones for UC San Diego. Tate Jones right to left. Michigan's lead is 10 minutes to play, a bank and a goaltend, but the foul was on the floor. And they're going to say the foul comes on Damari Burnett. He picks up foul number 3. Had it been a continuation, it would have been a 3-point play because Golden blocked it after it hit the backboard. But instead, it's just foul 5 on Michigan, number 3 on Burnett, inbound for the Tritons.
Yeah, you see how Michigan's offense last series got a little stagnant. The ball stayed on one side of the floor. You got to be able to make that defense shift. Let's push it ahead. Get it on the opposite side of the floor. Make that defense work.
Vlad Golden and Roddy Gale Jr. exit. Will Cheddar and Trey Donaldson return. Chris Howell in there to spell the with Tate Jones, who sits out with those 4 fouls. Midway through the second half, Michigan up 56-46. They have not trailed. Gray at the head of the key. Working on Wolf. Dribbling around. Slithers in. Feed a pass toward Howell. Bobbles it. On the deck. Gets it back over to McGuy. Feed right wing. Shot fake by Kapich. He'll shoot a 3 over Donaldson and knock it down. Kapich wanted a foul too. 56-49. Tritons cut it to 7 with 9:32 left. Left point Wolf. Bumps into Rochelin. Still dribbling. Now has Kapich on him defensively. Wolf dribbling with the right hand. Backs him down high block right. Surveys the scene over to Donaldson. Right side Jones to Burnett. He'll catch and shoot a 3 and airball it. But Wolf catches it along the baseline. Jumping past left side to Donaldson. Here's Jones. Underhand to Cheddar. He tries a 3. You betcha for Will Cheddar. 59-49. Will with a big time bucket.
Good awareness there by Will Cheddar, knowing that ball did not hit the rim.
Left side Rochelin, 8:53 ticking, second half clock. Michigan up 10. Right side Howell, not a 3-point threat. One of the few like that for UC San Diego. Off the bounce, in on Wolf, who pulled the chair on him. Howell planted underneath the bucket, and a 3-second call on Howell as he stumbled to the deck. Danny Wolf pulled the chair to perfection. Turnover UC San Diego, their 8th.
Yes, he did. I mean, that was an excellent defensive series there by Danny Wolf. Tell you what, he wanted to actually dive on the floor, but I'm glad he didn't, because if he had dived on top of him, this officiating crew, I do believe they would have caught a foul on him.
Listen to the Let's Go Blue chants resonating here at Ball Arena, the home of the Denver Nuggets. Michigan's lead 59-49. Double team on Donaldson to Golden. Jump stop. He floats. He misses, and an offensive foul as Kapich drew the charge. And for the first time since the Final Four game against San Diego State, Vlad Golden has 4 fouls in an NCAA tournament game, and it comes with 8:25 to play. Roddy Gale Jr. summoned off the bench, spelling Vlad Golden with those 4 fouls. Golden has a team-high 12 points for Michigan.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you what, with this crew in there right now that we have, goes back to being all hands on deck. I mean, you don't have a very tall crew in there right now, so everyone has to box out, everyone has to rebound.
So 2 key players with 4 fouls. Golden for Michigan, Aniwa Tate Jones, who's on the floor with the basketball for UC San Diego. He has just 7 points, averages 19.5 per ball game. Right wing Gray against Jones defensively. Spins right of the lane, terminates the dribble. English is a pass, Kapich high block right. Works back to the right corner, now drives in right baseline. Underhands it left side. Here's a 3 for Gray. Well short, offensive rebound for Kapich, then a foul on Michigan. And it comes on Reuben Jones for the Wolverines. Jones, number 1. Team's 7th for Michigan. So the Tritons have a 1-1 when we come back. 59-49 Michigan. 7:57 separating the maize and blue from the round of 32. And a matchup with Texas A&M. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Gambling can be fun. Here we go. Kind of like skydiving. The thrill, the excitement. But be careful, or gambling will start to feel like skydiving without a parachute. For tips that will help keep you out of harm's way, go to don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
John Jansen here. We cover all things Michigan athletics on our podcast channel, MGO Blue Podcast with John Jansen. In the Trenches, presented by Meyer, focuses on all things Michigan football, including exclusive interviews, game previews, and post-game episodes. Defend the Block highlights both men's and women's basketball programs, and Conquering Heroes keeps you in the loop on every team in Ann Arbor. Search MGO Blue Podcast with John Jansen wherever you get your podcast. That's MGO Blue Podcast with John Jansen.
If your day sounds like,
we need the report ASAP,
you deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame,
2 more reps, 2 more.
You deserve this ice cold reward. Modelo, Remarkable Fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
Wolverines defense starting to buckle down. They have limited the Tritons of UC San Diego to just 1 make in their last 10 attempts. 59-49 Michigan, 7:57 to play. There was a 12-0 run there from UC San Diego that made it really, really interesting. But since then, what have you noticed from the Wolverines defensively?
Well, I tell you what, they settled down, and they're starting to come with that 10X communication. They're doing a lot of switching out there. But on switching, you have to come together. It's not I point my finger and you go get him, because you're playing against some shooters right here.
The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. So Norton Kapich at the line, front end of the 1-and-1. He shoots 73.5% from the line, and the first one is good. He is 4 of 4 today. Tritons have been better than Michigan in that category, 9 of 12 from the stripe. Michigan is 7 of 13. So 59-50. Michigan's lead is 9. Wolverines have never trailed. Kapich triggers the second and swishes it down. 59-51 Michigan.
Yeah, they've been lights out from the free throw line. So.
Trey Donaldson into the forecourt. Push pass right side. Jones to Gale right corner. Takes it down. Kapich goes up, reverses. Didn't get it to fall. Rebound loose. Picked up Magai for the Tritons. Big West champions.
A good strong move there by Roddy Gale.
Magai on the right wing. A 3-point threat out there as he dribbles with the left hand. High to the right, Gray. He's been quiet today. Just 7 points on 9 attempts. Gray detours right elbow over to Kapich right wing. He is a 15-point scorer, 1 shy of the team lead. Gray right wing, hoisted 3 with 7 on the timer and swishes it. On cue, Gray wakes up and it's a 5-point game. 59-54 Michigan, 7:15 left.
Yeah, been here before, so.
Donaldson in between the circles. Takes a pass in, delivers out to Jones. Back to Donaldson, who has 8 points, 4 boards, and 3 assists. Right side Jones, wide open, a 3-ball, up and long. Rebound in the grasp of Wolf. Dislodged on a foul. Tate Jones around the play, and it's Tate Jones' 5th foul. He is done. Aniwa Tate Jones, the Big West's player of the year. 19.5 points per game. Picks up his 5th foul in just 25 minutes of action at the 6:57 mark of the second half, with the Wolverines up 59-54. 6th foul on UC San Diego. And the Tritons fans get a look at the replay and they shower the referees with some boos. What a huge turn of events. Though UC San Diego did have much of that 12-0 run early in the second half with Tate Jones on the bench. Inbound Donaldson, lost left point, Cheddar. 1 dribble and a handoff, Donaldson. Catch and shoot 3. Off to the right, rebound Magai for UC San Diego. Near sideline charges the Tritons. Around the screen goes Magai, 6:43 to play. Step back, right wing 3, and he bricked it. Good rebound, Donaldson soaring up, snagging it with his left hand. Donaldson near sideline with 6:33 to play. Michigan clinging to a 59-54 lead. Wolf push pass right side Donaldson. Whip it left side Jones. Over to Gale. Sizes up Rochelin. Head of steam into the paint. Jump stop. Hooks it up there and scores it for Michigan. 61-54 U of M.
You know how good has Roddy Gale been today? I tell you what, this is probably the most aggressive I've seen from Roddy Gale, being able to put it on that floor, get to the basket.
Gray into the paint. Detours out. Might have gotten away with a walk. Leave it for Howell. Bodyguarded by Jones. Stumbles his way inside. Feed it right side. Back down Rochelin. Back to Howell. Left baseline with 5. Takes it to the left block. Reverses right side and scores. Timeout UC San Diego. As the Tritons trim it to 5. 61-56. 5:52 remaining here in Denver. We will keep it here after we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield. Here in Denver with the national champion Terry Mills, our engineer Tony Butler, and our host Rob Joyce. I'm Brian Bush. As we are 1 minute shy of midnight back home in the great state of Michigan, Wolverines trying to strike midnight on the 30-4 Cinderella story of UC San Diego. And even though the Tritons are without Aniwa Tate Jones, their best player, fouled out, they are not going away, even though, Terry, they have not led in this ballgame.
No, I tell you what, they've got a lot of fight in them. And if the Wolverines expect to win this game, they're going to have to take it.
Tate Jones encouraging his teammates as they walk back onto the floor. The former Division II Hawaii Hilo star hoping that his teammates can rescue his collegiate career. Michigan trying to end it and get to the round of 32 in a matchup with Texas A&M. Michigan into the forecourt with Donaldson center circle. Guarded by Hayden Gray. Donaldson, feed left side Wolf, looks in and delivers out to Donaldson. Shot clock halfway gone as Gale holds it eye high for the Wolverines. Back to Wolf. In between the circles, crossover bounce with 8 on the shot clock. Backs down to Rochelin, loses it out of bounds. He simply terminated his dribble and kind of shoved it toward the Michigan bench. Wolverines' 14th turnover, back to the Tritons with just a 5-point Michigan lead.
Well, they have to make up their mind what they're going to do. They can't allow the shot clock to get against them, and then find ourselves trying to bail out.
Gray left wing for the Tritons. Pitches it Howell right side. 5:17 left, Michigan 61, UC San Diego 56. Gray jab step, steps back over Golden, hoists a 3. It's too strong and an easy rebound, weak side, Trey Donaldson in Michigan. Left to right comes Donaldson, jets his way into the paint, kicks a deflected pass to Gale, somehow saves his balance along that left sideline. Now works into the paint, leans in, banks, misses it, but a late foul, and it's whistled on UC San Diego.
And look at Roddy Gale, man. I tell you what, he's been a savior here today.
Jordan K pitched the foul. It is number 3 on him, 7th on UC San Diego. 2 free throws for Roddy Gale Jr., where he's 1 of 2 today and 78% on the year. Gale barely played in that second half of the Big Ten Tournament Championship game against Wisconsin. Tweaked a hamstring, but he's been pretty much full go. First free throw pure from Gale. And Dusty May told us in pregame he expects Roddy Gale Jr. to have a big game. That's exactly what he's done as Damari Burnett comes in to spell Danny Wolf. 62-56. Michigan inflates the lead to a half dozen. 5:52 remaining. Second one for Gale. Rattles out off to the left. Howell, the UC San Diego board. Michigan is 8 of 15 from the line today. That's 53%.
Yeah, they've left their share on the line.
Magai right wing. Michigan switches with Golden on him. Magai, the leading scorer for the Tritons with 16 underneath the cup, reverses and scores over Golden. Nifty move. Vlad's playing with 4 fouls, so he's got to be careful.
Yeah, they're trying to put Vlad out on an island. So
right side Burnett. 62-58 Michigan. 4:22 to play. Left wing Donaldson over to Burnett in between the rings. Back to Donaldson. Requesting a screen, gets it from Golden on a jog, pitches it right side Burnett. Back over to Donaldson, shot fake, drives in, splits 2, jump stop, banks, misses, but a foul. And Trey Donaldson earns a couple of free throws on the Tritons' 8th foul of the half, and it's the first individually for point guard Hayden Gray. 4:07 to play on a stopped second half clock. 62-58 Michigan with the advantage.
Yeah, well, Michigan is limited on players that can get downhill, get in that painted area, and either score or either drop off.
Donaldson's first is a swish. Trey at 71% from the line this year, but since the middle of January, he is now 25 of 28 from the stripe. Briefly, I'm guessing, Glad Golden leaves. Will Cheddar back in. 4:07 left. 63-58. Donaldson's second. Pops out of there. One-hop rebound. Kapich and UC San Diego make it 9 of 17 from the line for Michigan. Magai past the timeline with an even 4 minutes to play. 63-58. Michigan with the lead. Tritons with the basketball. Magai considers a step back. Drives into the paint. Little push off. Steps back. Fades from the free throw line and scores it. 63-60. Tritons within 3. 3:45 remaining. Donaldson around a Wolf screen. Pauses head of the key. Leans in right block. High off the window. No. Back tap rebound off UC San Diego. It's Michigan's ball. When we come back, 3:34 left in Denver. A matchup with Texas A&M awaits the winner, and it's going down to the wire. Michigan 63, UC San Diego 60. This is Wolverines basketball from Learfield.
Wolverine basketball and great beers go together like an alley-oop and slam dunk. Founders Brewing Company is a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics and has been brewing up high-quality, highly rated beers like All Day IPA, Michigan Pilsner, and their new Mortal Bloom right here in Michigan for over 25 years. Whether you're cheering from your couch or at Chrysler Center, these beers are perfect to celebrate every Michigan win all season long. Learn more about Founders community involvement and where to find your go-to game day beer at foundersbrewing.com.
Wolverines, Tritons.
Donaldson snaking inside. Over to Gale. Crunches right baseline with two hands.
This is the NCAA tournament on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day, because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
We asked our team, why did you choose to work for Michigan Medicine? Here are some of their answers.
Being able to interact with patients, offer them hope, and hopefully giving them care that they couldn't receive anywhere else is the biggest thing.
Because it's the best of the best. We have great benefits. We have great leadership.
I love what I do. This is a place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.
To our team, we say, thank you for choosing us. We shape the future of healthcare together at Michigan Medicine.
3:34 remaining here in this NCAA tournament round of 64 clash. The 5-seed Michigan leading the 12-seed UC San Diego 63-60. And with 3:34 to play in the second half, we're keeping it here for the rest of the game. This last call is presented by Founders Brewing Company, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. It's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, welcome to craft. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, Rob Joyce. Terry, Michigan 12-4 in games decided by 4 points or less. Most by a power conference team in terms of wins ever in those games. And they've won their last 12. UC San Diego, 1-1. This is an area where Michigan certainly has much more experience, but the momentum does feel like it's on the Triton side.
Yeah, I mean, you got a point there, but I mean, Michigan just has to make sure that they come away with good possessions. Don't come away with empty possessions. And when you get fouled, we can't just leave the money on the line. I mean, we got to start cashing in.
Michigan with the basketball. Donaldson at the right elbow. Deals it back out right wing. Now darts his way to the free throw line. Sings it into Burnett. Reverses. Misses. A lot of contact. No whistle play on rebound. Howell. Burnett shrugging his shoulders, requesting a whistle that never comes. Tritons can tie with a 3 on this trip. 3:13 left. 63-60 U of M. Magai Game-high 20 has the basketball for UC San Diego. Aniwani would take Jones on the bench. Left wing three for the tie is good. A step back from the guy. And we're no better than when we started at 10:09 Eastern, 63 all, 2:55 left.
Yeah, you had to have a feeling he wanted to put it up, but kind of love the calmness about the Wolverines right now.
Right wing Gale finds a cutting Wolf at the elbow, loses the handle and a whistle and a foul. Tritons fans can't believe it, and they might have a point, but on the previous offensive possession, no whistle came for Burnett. It is foul 9 on UC San Diego. It's the 4th on Justin Rochelin. And are they going to call that a shooting foul or a foul on the floor for Danny Wolf? That's a big difference with Wolf 0 of 2 from the line today and 62% on the year.
Well, I always talk about how you got to be able to finish games. You got to be able to step up to the free throw line. You got to also be able to rebound the basketball.
It is a 1-and-1 for Danny Wolf. Knee bend, shoots it up, rattles it out. A guy the rebound for UC San Diego. And the Tritons have a chance to take the lead for the first time in their first NCAA tournament. In their first NCAA tournament eligible season, McGuy right baseline leans in, floats and scores. They've made their last 4, 65-63 Tritons, 2:23 left. Center circle Donaldson. Over to Jones left wing. Back to Trey in between the circles. Around a golden screen, shoots a 25-footer, knocks it down! A shush from Trey! 66-65 Michigan, 2:05 to play.
Yeah, it doesn't get any bigger than Trey Donaldson when the money's on the line.
Hayden Gray pitches back, K-pitch, timeout, UC San Diego. Trey Donaldson with 3 made threes today. Michigan's 9th most since January 27th. And that right there may be the biggest of Michigan's season to halt some of the momentum. 66-65 Wolverines, 1:58 to play. Tritons down to 1 timeout. Michigan has 2. Wolverines are in the double bonus the rest of the way, while Michigan has 17 fouls, so potentially up to 2 1-and-1s left for UC San Diego. The possession arrow favors the Tritons. 1:58 left, 66-65 U of M. Michigan comes out with Donaldson, Jones, Gale, Wolf, and Golden. Remember, Aniwani Tate Jones fouled out at the 6:57 mark of this second half. And he's been battling foul trouble much of the ball game, but the Tritons are plus 13 since halftime. Howell, Gray, Rochelin, McGuy, and K-pitch on the floor for the Tritons. Inbound, McGuy has it, backing down Gale, around a screen from Howell. Has it right baseline, dribbling with 10 on the timer, still working left skip. He'll fade away over Gale and rattled it out. Rebound Danny Wolf for Michigan, his 11th.
Good defense there by Roddy Gale Jr. And Michigan's got to make sure they come away with something positive here.
Donaldson around a golden screen, has it right wing with the Wolverines up 1, 90 seconds to play. Donaldson requests a clear out. Left point, crosses over on K-pitch into a double team. Whip it right corner. Gale for a 3. It's short. Rebound back tap by Jones to Gale right wing for the Wolverines. 1 point Michigan edge. $1:15 left. Reset 20, shot clock down to 12. Donaldson calmly jogs his way to the left wing, in front of the Michigan bench, around a screen from Wolf, has it to the point, crosses over on Gray, fades away, long 2, off the front iron, Golden over the back for a rebound, went for the jam, no foul called, rebound Howell, here comes the Tritons, Howell all the way, lost it out of bounds, it was saved, K-pitch underneath, rebound by Golden, play on, 48 seconds, Michigan up by 1, Donaldson dribbling around, and he has it in front of us right wing, timeout Dusty May in Michigan, on a chaotic sequence. There could have been fouls on both ends. There could have been buckets on both ends. But it was play on, and Michigan somehow secured the basketball, and they have it with 42.8 left, 23 on the timer. Michigan 66, UC San Diego 65.
Yeah, how chaotic was that possession there? I mean, I couldn't tell you whether a whistle went off or not because
it was that loud, no doubt.
It was that chaotic in here.
Wolverines clinging to a 1-point lead, trying to punch their ticket to the round of 32 in a matchup with 4th-seeded Texas A&M. Michigan is 12-4 in games decided by 4 points or less. And Terry, many of them, like this one, where Michigan had a big lead. This one, as large as 15, that they let whittle away.
Yeah, I tell you, you got to be able to make your free throws. If nothing else, I mean, if you look at what Michigan is shooting from the free throw line, if you get half of that, I mean, you're talking about a little cushion. I mean, Michigan is just not shooting the ball well from the free throw line.
66-65, Michigan with the lead, 42.8 left. Both of Dusty May's round of 64 NCAA tournament games have gone down to the wire. They lost in overtime to Northwestern last year in Brooklyn, and in that Final Four run, they beat Memphis 66-65 in yet another thriller. That's where this score is. Michigan clinging to the 1-point lead, 42.8 left. Michigan the basketball.
Yeah, let's look for Trey Donaldson to do something big for us here.
Gale chucks it out toward Donaldson, brings it into the forecourt. Shot clock at 15, 35 seconds left. Michigan up 1. Left wing Gale. Looks in toward Golden. Lob it in there, into a triple. Back out Gale, over to Wolf, deflects its way to Jones on the right corner. Got away with a walk, over to Jones. Now Gale, right banker, no. Offensive rebound by Golden, put it up, no, but a foul. The reality was Golden was probably going to be fouled and was going to go to the line anyways, but he threw up a shot, didn't go, and with 19.3 left, Michigan's most veteran NCAA tournament player, the 5th-year senior Vlad Golden, is at the line for 2 shots. Michigan 66, Tritons of UC San Diego 65.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that UC San Diego will call a timeout, so Michigan has to be ready.
Golden at the line where he's a career best 73%, and he knocks down the first. 67-65 Michigan, 19.3 left. Each team with 1 timeout. Possession arrow would tilt it to the Tritons. 1 more for Vlad. Team high 13 today. Knee bend, free throw, good. 68-65. Golden leaves, Burnett returns. 19.3 left, Michigan up 3.
Yeah, it's lockdown time now if you're the Wolverines. I mean, this is something you've had to defend all game long is 3-point shooting. Make sure you stay down and make sure you contest.
Tritons are 24% from 3 today, 7 of 29. Half their field goal attempts on the year are from deep. McGuy, their leading scorer with 25, has it high on the left with 11. Michigan lead 3. At the point, McGuy crosses over on the left wing with 6. He'll step back, shot fake, hoist with 3. Off the heel, rebound Jones with .1, and that's the ball game. No foul. Michigan gets a defensive stop. And this magical Michigan season is not done by any means.
I tell you what, partner, this is the way we've grinded them out all season long. Why would it be any different come March Madness? I mean, this team had a lot to overcome. I mean, let's get this UC San Diego team some credit. I mean, they fought.
Michigan wins it 68-65. The Wolverines get Texas A&M in a round of 32 matchup on Saturday. Remarkable rally from UC San Diego, but Michigan is able to survive. Michigan 68, UC San Diego 65. And we're going to get Michigan's leading scorer in the ball game, Vlad Golden, as the Wolverines win it. Vlad, you told me before this ball game that the NCAA tournament, you have emotions, all the emotions you can possibly think of at once. How did this play out here? What were your emotions on that final sequence?
There was too many emotions because obviously it was like too close of a game. With like everybody could like win the game, but I feel like we made like good plays at the end of the game. We got some stops, what keep us like help us to get a win. So you never know.
Yeah, Vlad, what was the message as you see San Diego made their comeback? What was the message when Coach Dusty called timeout?
We knew they're good. We knew they're going to go on the run.
Dusty May with a high five to Vlad Golden. Go ahead, Vlad.
We knew what they're doing. We knew they're going to get like they're going to make some trees. They're a talented team. Obviously, they won 30 games, and not many teams in the country can show it. So it's like we knew they're good enough to like get back to the game, and we just wanted to keep pushing.
You used to these really close, narrow round of 64 games, are you?
I guess we played enough. I guess we play a lot of them this season.
Vlad, thanks so much, my man. Enjoy it, all right?
Thank you.
There's Vlad Golden. We'll hand it over to the head coach, Dusty May. Another handshake for Vlad Golden as the Wolverines win it 68-65. Coach, take us through that final sequence. What did you see? How'd you take it all in?
Yeah, with 19 seconds left, we were afraid to foul. We thought they would get a quick strike, have something, but they went with what was working in isolation for 13, and what a performance by him. There was a stretch where we were considering scrapping everything and running and jumping, and we thought, it's late in the game, we're in Denver, the altitude, we just got to get one or two misses from him, and I thought we contested all of them well. He made big-time plays. The coach was calling the isolations Luka. He was calling it Luka for a reason.
Hey, Coach, no doubt in my mind we were going to find a way to win this. We win these close games, but find ways to win these close games. What was your message, I guess, to your team? When this team started to come back, we just had a calmness about us that we didn't get rattled, and Trey stepped up, made some big-time shots.
Well, experiences pay off. When you have a group that's learning from each situation, even in the early in the season when they weren't going well, they were learning from the losses and they've applied it. But man, the rebound by Reuben Jones here, the tip out by Reuben Jones there, the big rebounds by Vlad. You know, everyone made some plays. I thought Roddy getting downhill was huge, but I want to really shout out Reuben and Vlad for those rebounds. Those were real man plays.
And Trey Donaldson, you've asked him to be Trey. That shot, they take their first lead. For him to have the rebuttal like that, it was that calming influence, wasn't it?
He continues to make big shots. Everyone in our locker room believes in him and wants him to step up in those moments, especially when they were basically double teaming Vlad when he didn't have the ball. And so it makes things a little bit messy, but we found a way. Cosmetically, it wasn't beautiful there for a while, but man, we just kept playing.
Yeah. Can you give us an exciting game one of these times, Dusty?
We'll do our best.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
There is Dusty May after the Wolverines. They survive and advance 68-65 over UC San Diego. Much to do here on the postgame show. Rob Joyce anchors the coverage next as you listen to Wolverines basketball from Learfield.
You know what I love about spring? It's the season of change, and that means it's time for a closet refresh. Enter Kohl's. With the extra 15% off they have going on, I saved on the latest styles for my entire family, like a cute dress for myself, linen shorts for my husband, and spring jackets for my kids. Just add sunshine and we're set. All thanks to Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. 15% offer ends March 23rd. See store or kohls.com for details.
Go Blue. Go long. Go 5.5% ABV. Go sparkling citrus and real liquor. Go gluten-free and full flavor. Go with the drink that's the fastest growing spirits brand in the world 2023 and is unlike anything you've had before. Go with the Finnish long drink, a drink that